أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين ولعنة الله على قتلتهم وأعدائهم أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters from around the world, welcome back to the 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗢𝗍 show. May Allah replete your days with elation, for the long-awaited moment has finally arrived. Today, the 10th of December, we have embarked upon a new era. It is the dawn of Fatima alayha salam. It is the dawn that will be a remarkable step forth, a remarkable enhancement to Islam and to the Muslims and to humanity worldwide. The Lady of Heaven film, the story of Lady Fatima, is finally told and has finally come to light. Words cannot express the feelings that I have for this moment, for this very precious moment. 5 years of hard work that the brothers have put in, challenges that we have faced, the world, or let's say a good portion of people, attempted to stop this project, but they have failed. And today, the untold story of the Lady of Heaven, Fatima, blessings be upon her, has come to light through a spectacular, phenomenal film, unmatched by any film in its genre. The story of Lady Fatima, blessings be upon her, after being buried for over a millennium, has finally come to light. The world will know that the very first victim of terrorism is the Prophet's own daughter. The world will know and will have no respect for the individuals who laid the foundations of terrorism. Those individuals, those power-hungry individuals who sought to usurp the government and deviate the path of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, forming an Islam that we don't know, forming an Islam that we do not recognize in the teachings of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. Alhamdulillah, this is a moment that words truly will not satisfy and will not give the right emphasis on. Dear brothers and sisters, we will be on this show updating you with the latest Lady of Heaven film updates. We have our reporters from across the states, from Florida, from Ohio, from Chicago, from Georgia, and various other states. They are now in the locations. Some are making their way, and some are already there, as people are going in flocks to watch this film. We will be having a live coverage, covering live these updates and what is happening, and they will be conducting interviews with those who have watched the film, asking questions like, how did the lady's character resonate with you? What did you learn from the story? Did you have certain misconceptions about Islam, and how did the film change it? Or did the film change it? And the like. This is a new era, ladies and gentlemen. that we have embarked upon. And I urge the brothers and sisters to be part of this remarkable triumph. Alhamdulillah. Dear brothers and sisters, I open the show to you and I open the call lines, the phone lines, if the director can open and display the number. As well as I am glad to host you and guest you onto the show via a Zoom link. If Brother Subhan can display the Zoom link in the chat, and whoever who is interested to join and be part of this live coverage, this live show will presume for a long time. We will be covering live, once again to say, we will be covering live the updates, the latest updates coming from across the states. From Ohio, from Chicago, from Los Angeles, New York, Florida, and the other states. We will be here for a long time. And we will be covering those events one by one, inshaAllah. The Zoom link is in the chat. The phone line is present. Whoever who is eager to join in and voice his thoughts may do so now, inshaAllah. I believe we have a video from an individual who has made his way to the cinema from Ohio, Brother Abu Kayan. If the director Subhan can confirm if the video is ready.
It is.
Video is ready. Let's display the first video. Right now, our reporter from Ohio, Abu Kayan, is making his way to the AMC Theatre with his team, or with his team of his family, and he will be conducting there the interviews for those who have watched the film, recording from inside the theatre and keeping us up to date with the latest. I believe we have individuals in the Zoom room right now awaiting to be put live. Can you confirm, Subhan?
Yeah, we have a few people right now. I'm not sure if there's anyone. Yeah, we do. We do have one person.
Yep, I'm happy to open the lines and accept the.
Great. All right. So this is 𝗧𝗎𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
inshallah.
Great.
No worries. As we bring and sort out the Zoom room, I genuinely do congratulate the brothers and sisters who have been taking part of this journey for the past 5 years. It is truly a remarkable achievement. For the first time and unprecedentedly, introducing the lady's character, Lady Fatima, blessings be upon her, to the world at a grand scale, truly. If Subhan can confirm, I believe there are some technical issues in the Zoom room, brother.
Yeah, no, we're
Faizan,
just,
I believe.
we're
He
just
says no audio.
setting them up right now.
Inshallah.
Just setting them up.
No worries, inshallah. We have received multiple videos from brothers and from the brothers in the locations. However, we would first like to see if to confirm if the videos are ready.
Sorry, which videos?
I believe video 2. What,
Oh yeah.
is it ready for
Yes.
to be uploaded or to be displayed?
Yes.
Okay, let's inshallah play or display the second video. Let's see.
Great.
Okay.
Says in the video, this brother's working from himself, disseminating the posters of the Lady of Heaven, putting it on trains, and this is actually something that we encourage. We encourage the brothers and sisters worldwide to print out the Lady of Heaven poster and disseminate it on those who they know, their neighbors, their families, their friends, their community, literally everyone that they know. Don't leave anyone that you know unaware of this film. Make sure to convey the voice of Lady Fatima, blessings be upon her. For this is the voice that was suppressed and suffocated for over a millennium, for over 1,000 years. They sought so hard and they worked so hard to bury this story and silence this voice. But now, at this time, indeed, her Shia have risen and her voice will be heard despite the world's disapproval. Let's put it this way. We are ready to conduct whatever that's necessary in order to convey the voice of Lady Fatima, blessings be upon her, after all these years of suppression. The brothers have joined in the Zoom room, and I wait to confirm if the technical issues are resolved with Subhan.
I sent him a message, but he's not responding, so I'm just going to wait for him to respond.
I see.
Yeah.
The brother seems to say to turn on my mic through my laptop. I don't know if that is
no.
a resolution
that.
or a solution here. Once we do sort out...
Sorry, I think it... Yeah, I think it should be good.
Okay. So once we do sort out the Zoom room, we're happy to guest you, brothers and sisters. If you can also display the number on the screen for those who are willing to call or would like to call. I'm happy, of course, to take your calls as we receive these videos one by one until we know exactly what is happening and what is the people's reaction after watching such film that will truly be revolutionary in its place. We are continuing, dear brothers and sisters, to cover the live coverage to the Lady of Heaven film, and we await the reporters whom are at the scene right now and conducting what needs to be conducted, for keeping us up to date with the latest updates. Can you confirm, Subhan, if we have received another video?
Yeah, we have a caller right now.
We have a caller?
That, yeah.
Okay, that's good. No worries.
Do you want me to put him through?
Yes, who is with us?
Sure. Let me just unmute them. I believe it's... Sorry. It's Brother Faizan Hat.
Brother Faizan Hat. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Can you hear me? Assalamu alaikum. I can't seem to hear the brother. I'm not sure if there is a technical issue. He seems to have muted himself.
Yeah.
Brother Faizan, I'm happy to guest you on the show here. Inshallah, we will resolve these issues. Can you hear us, Brother Faizan?
It appears that there's a technical issue right now.
No worries, inshallah.
I'll be working on that ASAP.
No worries, inshallah. Let's get that sorted.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Brother Faizan, can you hear me?
I can't hear you, brother.
You can't hear me? Assalamu alaikum, Brother Faizan. Can you hear me?
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So now you can hear me. So the issue was actually with the mic. I'm happy to speak to you, Brother Faizan. How are you?
Can you hear me now?
I hear you clearly.
Hello?
So there seems to be some double audio going on.
I see.
So I'm just going to fix that now.
Okay, no worries, inshallah.
Okay, it should be good now.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
You can confirm that you can hear me, dear brother, yes?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I can.
Welcome, dear
Yeah.
brother.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the whole community of Tashayyu and Muslims, the real Muslims in the whole world. That the time has come, and we have achieved it. I'd like to confirm that I personally uh, do not agree with all the things about Sheikh al-Habib, but yeah, I really appreciate uh, the film, the release of the film. Uh, may Allah reward you guys. You are doing an amazing job.
Thank you very much, dear brother. We appreciate it. And indeed, it is he is truthful, the one who said that Lady Fatima unites us. Despite differences,
Yes,
despite difference of schools or difference of thoughts, we can understand these matters.
definitely,
But in essence, this project is targeted towards Lady Fatima alayhi salam and her Shia. For the Shias are to
definitely.
benefit after such film. We will grow so strong, so much stronger after this film. Our
Inshallah,
our
inshallah,
rights will be adhered to. And if one
inshallah,
blood is shed from the Shia, you would see that the world will uprise. For indeed,
inshallah,
it's time that
inshallah.
we affirm and put forth our respect and our position as people and relay our thoughts for us to be considered and to be regarded as a nation that is definitely not to be dismissed, and not doesn't make it right
Inshallah, brother.
for other nations, other people to have certain transgenders have rights right now. All of these people who have rights, yet the Shias do not have rights. Shia's blood is being shed without any type of thing that's يترتب على ذلك, or thing that will come after it, as if it's nothing. So no longer
Definitely,
that will happen.
definitely. Uh,
Inshallah.
the thing is, I'm from India,
Yeah.
so I just wanted to ask you guys that is there any chance that we'll get to watch the film anytime soon?
The first stage of any film is a theatrical stage. The film will be displayed in cinemas, and after that, the film should be available online, inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala, inshallah ta'ala.
Inshallah.
I really want to congratulate you guys. You're really doing an amazing job, despite of the differences we have. But the Lady of Heaven unites us.
Thank you very
MashaAllah.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we continue with the live coverage, and I believe that we have received another video from a brother in, if you can confirm the location, Brother Subhan?
Manhattan, Times Square.
Manhattan, Times Square. We have received a video from our reporter from there. Let's please display the video, Brother Subhan. The people are very eager to see it.
Okay, we are here on 6th floor of IMC of the building IMC Empire 25 from New York City, Manhattan, Times Square. We are going into the theater 23, which is the showtime of the movie The Lady of Heaven, and I'm on my way towards the theater 23, which the movie is about to have like 45 minutes to be done. That's for the first show of December 10th, 2021, which has started already at 12 p.m. And as you know, as you see here, now I'm approaching the theater 23, which is almost done. Here you go. Okay, that's theater 23, which is behind this door, right here, which is auditorium 23. So behind this door is what is done here is decoded of a crime was hidden and buried, which of untold story. The crime was hidden from like about 1400 years ago, and now in this moment I'm really feeling excited to live the event that decoded of this hidden crime right here. And the other event, like it was achieved in this movie, is the student that achieved his teacher dream. Sheikh Yasser al-Habib, he's achieved his teacher, Sayyid Muhammad Rida al-Shirazi, was dreaming to make the case of the Lady of Heaven to be global, and to make the whole world to live this event. But unfortunately, the teacher was passed away, like I don't know how many years ago, and his student, Sheikh Yasser al-Habib, he has achieved his dream, and today that dream became a real, and the whole world is watching this holy story. So I get the honor to be reporting this event from New York City, Manhattan, and from Empire 25, 6th floor. Thank you very much.
We are live, dear brothers and sisters. As you've seen with the video, MashaAllah, from Manhattan, the brother is there right now. He's recording from inside the theater. People are now watching this film. We are truly we have truly embarked upon this era. We have truly embarked upon it. This dream has become a reality. I heard the brother, in the background speaking, stating that this was a dream, and indeed it was, but now it has become a reality. Indeed, we shall introduce and inspire the world with the character of Lady Fatima, blessings be upon her. We shall not be silent. We shall convey her story very profoundly and very bravely, and we shall stand with her in her stand against oppression, tyranny and injustice. We have a brother, I believe, in the Zoom room, Brother 𝗦𝗨𝗏𝗧𝗜𝗙. Assalamu alaikum, dear brother.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome, dear brother. It's my pleasure to have you on the show here, brother.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you very much. I'm really overwhelmed by the invitation, and mashallah, this is a very beautiful day.
Alhamdulillah,
especially
indeed.
Friday. And especially in Holland, this day, it's the day of human rights. So if you connect the dots, subhanallah, it's amazing what's happening, especially about this movie about Lady Fatima, alayhim salam.
Of course, without a doubt.
MashaAllah.
Without a doubt. It's time to enhance the Shia rights.
I'm still grasping for the right words, but I'm still amazed.
I know, I'm exactly in your position also, to be honest. I can't really, words can't really, words, evaporate from my mind to try to even begin to express the emotions that I have right now. It's truly a remarkable feeling.
I had to make time for this. I'm in the car. I was driving. When I got the invitation, I was like, if all my brothers did so many things, the effort that they put in to make this movie, just to spread the words. I mean, for me, it was like, I have to make time for this. So I'm beside the highway, so I'm making time now. And like I just said, I'm still grasping for the right words because I'm really amazed. MashaAllah. Thank you for all the efforts, my brothers. And inshallah, maybe there's a way that we can help each other. So
definitely,
all yours, my
inshallah.
brother.
Well, if you were to express a word to non-Muslims to watch this film, what would you say?
Well, me personally, I recently converted to Shia, and mashallah, it's a blessing that al-Bayt has given us here on earth. So what I can tell to the people, just use your common sense my brothers and sisters, because this is really the truth. This is about human rights, all life rights. And it starts from that day with Lady Fatima alayhi salam. So please, people, make time, take some efforts, watch this movie. You have nothing to lose. And there are a lot of people are complaining about to not see the movie. And I'm like, okay, people, if you really have nothing to hide, why are you scared? Why are you trying to stop people from seeing this movie?
Precisely.
I mean, so yeah, I'm still really trying for the right words, but my brother, yeah, so for the people, inshallah, I hope that you will take the effort just to see this movie. I mean, what can possibly happen?
Exactly. Just try it, see what happens.
Yeah.
Watch it and see what happens.
The truth is out there, so
yes, of course.
It's our path, our mission, our adventure to seek knowledge and truth.
Precisely.
So for me, this is my test, how I see it, and that's why I converted to Shia, because somehow every word, every knowledge that comes from Ahl Bayt, it's like so logic to me, and it doesn't even need. You don't have to be a mastermind or someone really smart. I mean, everybody can understand this. It's so easy, so logic. Subhanallah and MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah. Can you mentioned that you're a convert. What's your background there, brother? And like, what's your story? Even though you want to make it concise.
Well, my story, it will be a really big story. I'm 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗢𝗎. I'm Kurdish from Iraq, and I'm born in Kuwait, and I've lived there for 8.5 years, and then as a refugee I came to the Netherlands. So it was in 1992 till today. I'm in the Netherlands, and somehow I'm also fighting for human rights, especially for the rights of the children here in Holland, in the Netherlands. So I am fighting like almost for 9 years. So I know exactly how it is, what came over like Ahl Bayt in Karbala. So for me, for me it was to connect the dots really easy. The things that I'm here fighting for like almost 10 years, and what happened to Ahl Bayt, especially to Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. So I know how it is when someone takes away your rights, especially of the daughter of our Prophet. So for me, that was the reason to convert.
So basically, Fatima alayhi salam is what's made you come to Shia Islam. MashaAllah.
Yeah, you can say that, MashaAllah.
I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from you, inshallah, and grant you paradise with her father and Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, and the righteous companions and the Imam's blessings be upon them, inshallah, at that state and at that status, inshallah. It was an honor to have you, brother. May Allah bless you, inshallah, and accept from you.
The honor is mine. Thank you very much for being here.
Of course.
To be a part of this.
Salamakumullah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much as well.
Dear brothers and sisters, we continue with our live coverage, and we are still covering the latest Lady of Heaven updates as we proceed. We just had Brother 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗢𝗎 with his profound message, mashallah. We will continue, inshallah. We will continue with our work and our coverage to the Lady of Heaven latest updates. What is happening in the States? Whoever who is watching me right now in the United States, do contact the number that is displayed on the screen. Subhanallah, if you can once again display the number. Whoever who is in the United States, do contact the number displayed on the screen, and we would gladly display your video and be in contact with you. I see some brothers very eager in the chat. Snacker Fright, I believe he's, if I'm pronouncing his name right, he says, show us the movie. We cannot do so, dear brother. the only way to see the movie is via the cinema release in the US as of now, and it will slowly, in a casual effect, spread to the other countries, inshallah. We still are covering, and I believe we have another video. Can you confirm, Subhan?
We do. I'm just setting it up right now.
Great. From where? What state?
Sorry?
Which state?
Oh, I believe it's from Florida.
From Florida. MashaAllah. From Florida. We have another video from Florida.
That's right.
And we will be displaying it shortly. If you can, please ready the video as soon as possible, inshallah, for it to be displayed on the screen.
I believe it should be ready now.
It's ready now. Excellent, inshallah.
So.
Let's display it.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'm doing the coverage for ground opening of a movie, The Lady of Heaven, on behalf of Rafida YouTube channel. The Lady of Heaven is the first movie in the world about Lady Fatima alayhi salam. I'm standing right now in front of one of the biggest movie theaters, AMC theaters, located in Altamonte, Florida. We're gonna do the coverage throughout the day. The first show started at 12:10 p.m. already, and we're gonna feed you the details after that. Thank you very much. Your speaker, Ali Zubaydi, Altamonte, Florida.
Brothers and sisters, I believe we have a live interview waiting for us right now. We will inshallah comment on the video prior, but we have a live interview from an individual from the scene right now. I'm not sure which state, but we are ready inshallah to have the live interview. If you can confirm, Subhana, if everything is ready.
We're still setting everything up.
Inshallah.
Still setting up.
We're ready, inshallah. We will be having a live interview from one who has just saw the Lady of Heaven film. And there are 3 individuals that he's going to ask and interview, asking him the right questions, or them the right questions. We are waiting, inshallah, for this individual to join the live stream. We are very excited. I am myself, if I am going to be transparent and remove the presenter role for a second, I am very, very, very intrigued as to what the individuals will say. This is truly a dream come true. I've visualized this in our minds prior to that, and wow, we are now in that moment. We are now in that state. We are waiting right now. We are currently waiting for the brother to join us. What is happening, Subhan? Please tell us.
Yeah, we have him on the line. He's just joining now.
He's joining. Excellent. So we have him. I see brother Muhammad.
Yes.
Muhannad, sorry, Muhannad. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
It's right here, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, dear brother. I do. Let me ask the individual. I'm not sure if he can hear me properly.
Yeah. هذا مع
Yeah.
Ask me some questions.
Hello, sir. You're on a live interview right now with the Rafida Foundation. We'd like to have your reaction to watching the Lady of Heaven film. How did you find the film?
It was interesting. Basically, had a good story. Basically, as far as it was, the only one in the theaters, but it was had a good story to it. So,
what did you understand from the story?
basically, as far as I guess, basically, as far as kind of compare it to the old religion to the what's going on in the world nowadays. So.
Yes. And
basically, for it kind of made sense. It was kind of made you think twice about the world nowadays. So.
Exactly. How did you feel that the story would resonate with you? How did you feel that has it affected you in some way?
Yeah, it makes you come out of the theater feeling good. As far as you want to go out and do the right thing like you're supposed to do.
What did you understand from the lady and her character and her stand against terrorism, against oppression?
As far as she stood, basically she stood for the right at things, basically try to make things right, and basically she don't want any harm to come to the good people, and basically for you, she wanted to stand for what was right.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Thank you very much, sir. Would you advise people to watch this film?
Yeah, it was a good movie. For it's kind of long, but it was good to watch.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
شكرا جزيلا جزاكم الله خيرا.
نعم.
ما اسمعكم عفوا.
الو اسمعك.
انا معكم جزاكم الله الف خير. واصلوا ان شاء الله. ما ان ياتي احد اخر ليشاهدوا الفيلم ابلغوني ان شاء الله. انا الان في البث المباشر ومنتظر الى مقاطعكم ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله. شكرا جزيلا.
جزاكم الله خيرا. بارك الله فيكم.
السلام.
We have our first, bihamdillah ta'ala, our first interview that has been conducted of an individual who has watched the film, and an individual that we did not get his name, unfortunately. He mentioned that the lady stood for what is right. And that is definitely the stand of the lady, a stand for justice. And he mentioned that one gets out from the movie. After watching the movie, he comes out inspired to do the right thing, as far as what he said. And that is definitely the right path and the right steps that we want to turn the societies, the communities, and humanity as a whole to be inspired by the Lady of Heaven, blessings be upon her, to do the right thing and to come out inspired by her character to bring about change, about rectifying, about representing what the lady, blessings be upon her, stood for. We inshallah will continue this live coverage. This live coverage right now, we are still awaiting from our reporters to conduct more interviews and keep us up to date with what is happening as the film is being screened across these states. We've had an individual from Ohio making his way to the AMC Theatre. We've had a brother from Manhattan who has recorded a video from inside the theatre as the film was being screened. And we had individuals actually working from themselves, printing the Lady of Heaven poster and putting it up on trains, on roads in New York. And now we just had this beautiful interview with an individual who has just watched the film and has, I would say, understood what the moral message of this film. He said, I came out the film inspired to do what is right. And that is truly what we aim to do. Let the world be inspired by the lady's character. Let the world continue to voice the lady's voice and stand with the lady against oppression, tyranny, and injustice. I believe we have a video that we did not display. Can you confirm, Subhan? The video from Florida, if you can display it once again.
It's we did Florida, but we have someone in Seattle right now who's about to watch the movie. If you'd like to put them up.
Are they on the Zoom link, you mean?
Not in Zoom, no, but we do have a video.
We have a video from Seattle?
Yes.
Beautiful. Let's display it, inshallah.
Great.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today is the most important day of the history of Shia, inshallah. We are here from Washington, Seattle, in downtown, in AMC movie theater. And this is the poster of the movie of Lady of Heaven. And we are gonna give the chocolate to encourage people to watch this movie. And we hope all the success to this movie, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah, a brother from Seattle standing beside the Lady of Heaven poster and in his palm offering chocolates to those who watch the film. MashaAllah, I congratulate the brother and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless him immensely for his endeavor to bring people to share awareness and to bring people to watch the film and to disseminate the lady's voice after all these years of suppression. Alhamdulillah. We are still awaiting more to come. We're still waiting for more interviews and for more videos to come through, for we are having this live coverage that will presume for long hours. We will ensure to keep those who are not in the United States aware of what is happening, for this matter relates to them also. Brother Subhan, if you can display the number on the screen. I am here glad until we receive another video, until we receive another interview from one of the brothers. I'm glad to open calls and have your calls, ladies and gentlemen. Alhamdulillah. Let's go to the YouTube chat and let's see who is, whoever has a question, they may post it, inshallah.
We have someone in the Zoom right now, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the connection is stable enough, but we could give them a try if you want.
Yeah, sure. We can.
Great. I'm going to
Who is with us?
bring them in. I believe it's Brother Muhammad Hassan Akhbari.
Okay, Brother Muhammad Hassan Akhbari, I believe. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear us, brother? I'm not sure if the brother can hear us. I see that the screen is being it's fidgety rather.
I think his stable may not be his internet connection may not be stable now.
Yeah, no worries, inshallah. Until we figure out a solution, I'm happy to apologies. I'm happy to open the lines and receive your calls, as well as I'm happy to receive your questions. Whoever has a question in the YouTube chat, until we receive another update from our reporters across the US, I'm happy to receive your questions. A brother wrote, 𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗓𝗦𝗧 writes, Ontario release. Ontario is Canada. I believe that, inshaAllah, it is on the schedule, without a doubt. However, it is going to be after the US. Whether it's going to be a online streaming, or is it going to be in cinemas, inshallah, you will know, you'll be notified. But as of now, the only film that is being released is, the only release is exclusive to the US, inshallah. From Brother Zain Ibrahim, Australia release, from Australia. I know that there are multiple brothers and sisters who have contacted us, very eager to watch the film and work and disseminate from their place in Australia, going to posters, disseminating posters, speaking to people, and sharing word, spreading word on the Lady of Heaven film. I know of the eagerness, and I know of the passion, and believe us, we will not rest. I've said this multiple times, and I will assure the brothers from around the world that we will not rest until we let this film, or make this film, accessible to all. We are going to the utmost lengths in order to make this film accessible. However, it has to go through these stages. It has to go through these stages in order to be recognized as an international film. If it was in our hands, and if we did not have to go through these procedures in order to make an international film, we perhaps would have done, made it accessible for all. But what do we lose a lot in that regard, because the propensity or the value of the film will decrease significantly if we were to make it available on YouTube or share it on the 𝗧𝗦𝗦𝗑 Foundation. With due respect, of course, to the 𝗧𝗦𝗦𝗑 Foundation, without a doubt.
We have a caller?
Yes. We have a caller. We'll get that in a moment. So,
great.
Inshallah, the film will be released in the US as of now. It is released in the US right now, and today is the first day of its release. And come, inshallah, the days to come, the months to come, the movie should be accessible from other countries, inshallah. However, please, be, on following us. Follow the social media, on the Lady of Heaven social media. Follow the 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗦𝗧 Foundation, and keep up to date as to where and when this film will be available in other countries.
We have a caller, Brother Amir.
We have a caller. Let's have them, inshallah. Who is with us?
Brother Amir on Zoom.
Brother Amir on Zoom. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, dear brother. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's your colleague Amir from
Oh,
Rafa Foundation.
this is Amir from Sweden, correct?
Yes, yes.
Assalamu alaikum, dear brother. It's my
Alaikum
pleasure to
assalam.
have
How
you
are
on the show.
My pleasure as well. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. This is for the first time in history, the world, with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will witness the truth that has been hidden for so many years. When I speak about the film, even to other Shias, many Shias are not aware of this film. And it is very sad because this film is the first film, international film, about the Lady of Heaven, peace and blessings be upon her. So, to go and to see that there are people, who are not who don't know about the film, this is very sad because this film will show historical events that the world has never heard about. So when you, for example, see that there is an event about the martyrdom of the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, and the martyrdom of the Lady of Heaven, and the oppression that they went through, for the first time, and yet there are Shias who don't know about the film. This is very sad, but inshallah, with the release of this film, inshallah, the world will see what happened, and inshallah, the world will see the truth, inshallah, bi'idhnihi ta'ala.
Inshallah. Well said, dear brother. Well said. We really do hope that the lady's message and her character inspires all, Muslim and non-Muslim, to seek and go by good. We will, inshallah, not rest until the lady, blessings be upon her, is recognized as an icon for humanity. She shall be a university that is studied and taught to generations. We will carry the name of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, and Fatima, blessings be upon her, and Ali and Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam to the nations. We should not hide these gems that we have. We should not be, greedy and stingy with this gold and diamond, this invaluable treasure that we have. No, we must really be generous and start to invite people to take a look at our literature, take a look at our teachings from Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam, narrated to us from Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. It's time to introduce the world indeed to Ahlul Bayt, and we shall not rest. As for those individuals who try and come forth and say, no, this is not etc., they are in a different world. You may stick to your world, whatever. We will proceed and we will go by to spread the word of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam and continue, whilst you will sit there. You will sit there and keep on moaning about fitna and so what, where this is mere hallucination, really. We've discussed this matters.
People must realize,
yeah.
the Shias must realize that we do not live in the time of the Umayyad dynasty.
Exactly.
God's curse be upon them. We live in a time where we can show the world Shia Islam.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And I don't understand why people have this inferiority complex and don't want to show the haqa'iq, the truth. It's very sad. But alhamdulillah, now it's there. Alhamdulillah.
Now it's there, and they are awake, they are slowly becoming awake. And this is obviously a fringe minority. The major majority that I've seen, even from those from other schools actually, have expressed support for the lady and the film, and they said that there are differences or whatever. However, the lady unites us and the message unites us. This is a unprecedented achievement for Islam that is really remarkable, especially in this era. It is something that is definitely revolutionary in its kind. And those people, as you've said, they just need to awaken. They need to see what is happening. You see, bihamdillahi ta'ala, that this minhaj, this methodology, is indeed a methodology that has brought thousands to Islam and Shia Islam. As you can see, not by me, but you can see Sheikh al-Habib, you can see Fadak TV, you can see the lifespan of the Mahdi Servants Union ever since 20 years ago, and what change that it has made for Islam and the Muslims, and how has it changed much of ideas and revolutionary. It's like turned us to a different phase, switched the page, and we are now in a new era. It's time for the Shia to break off his cognitive chains, because they are technically cognitive. There are no chains on him or them. There are no chains on them in reality. They just need to break them off from their cognitive end and realize that there is no harm that can come from speaking the truth. There is no harm that can come from relaying the voice of Lady Fatima. And even if there was to be harm, then we should definitely not back down and take the examples of those who have mended us to be in that position. For they were in a position where there was harm, like 𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗓𝗦𝗧 ibn Asim, and we've had a show about him, a full show about him that we spoke about. Isa ibn Ja'far is one of the companions of Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam, who stood there in Baghdad at the time of al-Mu'tamid, I believe, and he began to proclaim loudly the crimes of Abu Bakr and Umar, especially the four, Abu Bakr, Umar, Aisha and Hafsa, the four conspirators who killed the Messenger, blessings be upon them, and his progeny, as it will be depicted in the film. It will be there, it is there in the film. People can see and recognize what happened. So he began to express their crimes. He used to say, oh people, Abu Bakr is indeed a criminal and a usurper and a power-hungry individual. And Umar is the one who called the Prophet delirious whilst he was in his bed in a weak state. And Aisha is the one who poisoned the Prophet and caused bloodshed of over 30,000 Muslims. Hafsa, she betrayed the Prophet and began to swear at Imam Ali alayhi salam, and she was a part of the conspiracy to kill him, or to poison him. What's happened was that the authorities grabbed him and he was imprisoned for a while, and then he was executed. Now Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam, upon hearing the news of his execution, what did he say? Did he say no, he should have remained silent, he should have preserved taqiyya, he should have been quiet, he should not have said these matters? Rather, we find in Rijal al-Kashi that Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam states, he's asked about four, and from them is Isa ibn Ja'far ibn Asim. He says about the first one, he says, عاش سعيدا ومات شهيدا. He lived happily and he died a martyr. And it states the narration that Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam began to pray and supplicate for Isa ibn Ja'far. He say, may Allah forgive him, for example, may Allah accept from him, may Allah, grant him paradise. وَدَعَى لَهُ. This is what it says in the narration. وَدَعَى لَهُ. So we find that this is what the companions were upon. And this is the path that the Imams alayhimus salam have laid out. This is our methodology. We're not here to play games. We are here with a founded, established methodology that we go by. And it's time to let people know. I guess why people don't know, and people, as you've said, they are, not really acquainted, is because we are falling short. I, myself, and the people of, that are Rafida worldwide, we are falling short in making people aware of these matters, making people aware. For the other, schools are, have overlaid our voice, but it's time right now to be outspoken and let people know that this is actually the path. This is the path that we should go, that we should go by. Your voice, I believe, got muted. Can you hear me? The voice is muted. Dear brothers, Yes.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yes, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, we have to be there in order to spread the film, to make more people aware of the film, and yeah, to struggle in order to spread the film, because this is a hidden truth that has been hidden for years and years. Like when I see our Shia Rafida predecessors, the scholars of piety, how they conveyed the message, and what the Shias are doing today, this is a sad reality. But inshallah, that will not happen anymore, inshallah. If we only get the Shias to unite, the Rafidas to unite, and to spread the message of the Lady of Heaven, peace be upon her, to the world. And it is with unity, it is with that unity we can spread, with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the message of the Lady. Peace be upon her, inshallah.
Blessings be upon her. Indeed, the Lady unites us, without a doubt.
Of course. Thank you for the call, brother.
No worries, brother. It's my pleasure to have you on the show.
To have you as a colleague, bro.
The pleasure is mine, dear brother. May Allah bless you, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, we continue with our live coverage to the latest Lady of Heaven updates. I ask the director and the team behind me to get to work, inshallah, and feed us. Let us know what is happening. Contact our reporters. Let us get the required updates from across the states. We are waiting, inshallah. We again open the phone line for whoever wants to come in and convey his thoughts, expectations, and opinions on the Lady of Heaven film. Brother Zain Ibrahim asks, who is al-Hakam? Al-Hakam is the sister of Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan. La'anahum Allah. And we'll also be, of course, looking at, I am now looking at the YouTube chat, and whoever who has a specific question that would like to be asked, we're happy to receive it, inshaAllah, and answer your questions, inshaAllah.
We have a brand new interview.
Yes.
A new clip.
Yes.
Would you like me to play it?
A clip?
It's an interview in Arabic.
I of course, no problem, but I believe there is some issue that occurred with my Zoom. Have I left the Zoom room? Oh, sorry, no, I have it now. Yeah. So, who is with us now?
We have an Arabic interview.
An Arabic interview.
Hooked up right now, yeah.
Okay, but if you can raise the volume, and if you would split the screen, so I can translate to the brothers as as the interview is being displayed.
I can do that. I just need a...
Excellent. We'll give you the time, inshallah. Now, we have just received that we have another interview. However, from what state, do you know?
I do not know. I just have the clip.
I believe it's from Florida again, because I recognize the individual, the brother, our reporter. I believe we have another interview from Florida. We will be presenting it to you shortly. Sister Adonia writes, Assalamu alaikum, brother. When will the Lady of Heaven be released into Netherlands? Me and my family and friends are waiting for this. We want to see the movie. I invited Shia, Sunni and Christian. Sister, may Allah accept from you, inshaAllah. The Lady of Heaven film as of now is restricted and only available in the US. It is only available in the US as of now. For this is where the release is exclusive, and it will soon follow to other countries in a casual effect, or could be possibly one go. But that is after the US release. Currently, the US, once we finish or we the film was released and the required promotion is done, we will expand to other countries. So please do bear with us, and like I said, be assured that the film will be available and will be accessible to you in the future, inshallah. May Allah accept from you and from the believers worldwide.
Would you like to play the video?
Yes, let's go ahead, inshallah.
Alright. Bro, man, I've never done this before, so I'm not sure if it's going to work.
If brothers can contact or presume contact with Brother Muhannad, from America.
Is there a second reporter or just him?
I am not sure, but I am receiving that he is attempting to call me, and he has a voice message sent. So if you can confirm if there is another video, another interview perhaps. For now, let us, inshallah, display the interview of the brother from Florida, our reporter from Florida, and I will be translating to you as we proceed. If Subhan can raise the volume.
Yeah, I'll do that now. I haven't played the video yet. Just let me know when you want me to.
You can go ahead now, inshallah.
Great, let me just play.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ينضم معنا الأخ علي من الجزيرة المحمدية بعد مشاهدته للعرض الأول لفيلم سيدة الجنة عليه السلام في مدينة ال-Habib في ولاية فلوريدا. علي، بعد أن توفقت في مشاهدة هذا الفيلم العظيم.
Inshallah, once we resolve the technical issue, we'll be displaying this interview from the heart of the scene in Florida, where an individual has just came out from the theater after watching the Lady of Heaven film. We are waiting the director to resolve the problem, and inshallah we will be watching this interview shortly. We are waiting very eagerly to see this second interview right now to be displayed on the show. The prior interview with an American citizen that we had, and now I believe the individual here is Arab. Let's see what is his expectations, or what was his reaction rather. What was his reaction after watching the film for the first time? Brother Zayn Ibrahim asks again, what did 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗜𝗕𝗦𝗧 𝗦𝗨𝗥𝗕𝗦𝗧 do? It is actually not narrated much regarding her. We don't have much narrations regarding her. Rather, what we have is that she was evil. She was an evil woman. Perhaps used to insult the Messenger ﷺ, and was with her father in her enmity towards Islam and the Muslims. That is all that we have as far as I recall. Not much is actually recorded. Okay, I'm starting to hear the audio. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Okay, I've got that video done.
Okay, let's display the video, and as we proceed, I will translate to the viewers, inshallah.
Yeah, I'm just setting up now. Just a moment, please. Great, alright.
I can see some Bakris are unhappy in the chat. Yeah, I mean, you can view it in that way. You should be concerned for Abu Bakr and Umar are definitely going to be what you posted in the chat, basically.
Would you like to begin?
Yes, inshallah. Let's proceed. This is the brother from Florida, right?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ينضم معنا الأخ علي من الجزيرة المحمدية بعد مشاهدته للعرض الأول لفيلم سيدة الجنة.
He says that this individual that he's interviewing, his name is Ali from the Arabic Jazeera, which is what is called today Saudi Arabia, and he's doing this interview, conducting this interview right after watching the film. Okay, proceed.
عليه السلام في مدينة ال-Habib في ولاية فلوريدا.
In the Florida
علي
state.
بعد أن توفقت في مشاهدة هذا الفيلم العظيم عن فاطمة الزهراء عليه السلام، صف لنا مشاعر.
Pose. The reporter asks Ali from what is known as Saudi Arabia, after watching this film, what are your emotions and what are your impressions? Go ahead.
في البداية أول ما دخلت كنت متحمس إني أشوف الفيلم اللي بيظهر الحقيقة إن شاء الله، والفيلم كان مؤثر جدا، تأثرت كثير وكان فيلم جميل.
Okay, pause.
الجميع بالمشاهدة.
He writes that initially when going to the cinema I was very, very excited, and as if happiness was his state upon entering the cinema to watch the film. However, after watching the film, he was deeply affected. He says, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪, which is, I was very affected, very taken by emotion after watching the film, and the film was great, he says, and I advise people to watch the film. Continue.
نعم علي، ما هي المقاطع اللي أثرت فيك جدا في أثناء مشاهدتك لهذا الفيلم؟
أكثر مقطع كان مؤثر مقطع حرق الدار، كان مؤثر جدا.
Pause.
حرق الدار فيه تفاصيل.
The reporter from Florida asks, what is the most scene that affected you in the film? And Brother Ali responds that the most scene that affected me was the attack on the Lady of Heaven and the event of burning her house. Blessings be upon her. Proceed.
الأخرى ما كنت تعرفها يعني عن حرق الدار زادت معلوماتك يعني أثناء مشاهدتك لهذا الفيلم، لو كنت تتوقع نفس الشيء اللي أنت أصلا تعرفه؟
لا تقريبا يعني كل شيء كنت سامعه قبل.
نعم.
شفته.
الآن صار صورة وصوت، يختلف عن أنه يعني مجرد صوت من شيخ على منبر أو سيد على منبر يلقي هذه القصة. الآن شاهدت صورة وصوت، يعني كان مؤثر يعني أكثر. صحيح؟
كان أكثر تأثير.
نعم. علي، الفيلم يعتبر من الأفلام العاطفية المؤثرة. يعني كيف تصف هذا التأثير أثناء مشاهدتك للفيلم؟ يعني كيف كانت مشاعرك أثناء مشاهدة الأحداث أثناء الفيلم؟
أكيد يعني مثل أي شيء ثاني لما نشوف الأحداث، يعني الأحداث تبكي صراحة. أول ما شفت مشهد حرق الدار خصوصا وضرب السيدة فاطمة عليه السلام، أكيد يعني ما تمالكت نفسي وبكيت.
بكيت يعني داخل الفيلم.
Wow, I can see that the individual is very affected, very taken by emotion. It is his right, definitely. For indeed, when one wants to watch the film, he's overtaken, overwhelmed by excitement. But after watching the film, the excitement is like a mixture of happiness and extreme emotion. And he says, the reporter says that now that this film has become or has been visualized to you through this film, it is different than listening. Because he has initially asked the reporter, is that, did you discover new things when watching this film? And the brother says, no, I did not discover new things, because he probably has read and done the required readings, has read the account on the attack. But he stated that when I watched the lady getting attacked, and specifically said hit, he said when the lady was hit, I cried. He says, I cried, to be honest, and my tears began to flow. And I was very affected and deeply saddened by the scene of the attack on the Lady of Heaven. Blessings be upon her. Proceed, inshallah.
أكيد هو أي شيء رافضي طبعا يسمع بالقصة هذه ويشوفها أمام عينه صورة وصوت، أكيد يعني راح يبكي ويتألم، يعني كأنما دا يشوف اللي صار حقيقة وليس قصة مروية. نعم أخي علي، شنو اللي تعلمته من هذا الفيلم؟ شنو اللي تعلمته من رسالة الزهراء عليه السلام خلال هذا الفيلم؟
تعلمت الصبر على المصايب والشجاعة بعد من أمير المؤمنين والسيدة فاطمة عليه السلام. بس
Pause. The reporter asks Ali from what is known as Saudi Arabia. He asks, what did you learn after watching this film? And he says, I learnt patience, forbearance from the lady, the quality of forbearance upon oppression, and bravery from Imam Ali alayhi salam. And yes, he says that I learned to have forbearance and bravery when being targeted or when being oppressed. Continue.
علي تقدر تعرف انه الغرب ماخذين صورة خاطئة عن الاسلام الحقيقي. هل هذا الفيلم يعتبر فيلم راح يعكس الاسلام الحقيقي للغربيين ام لا؟
ايه اكيد، لان يبين الحقيقة ايش اللي صار بالضبط واللي خلى الانقسام يكون، وش اللي خلى يكونون في إرهاب موجودين، يشوهون صورة الإسلام من ذاك الوقت إلى هالوقت.
الإرهاب بدأ من ذاك الوقت. أكيد، وهذا الفيلم يظهر هذا الشيء. الآن فأكيد هذا الفيلم يعتبر نقلة نوعية للمؤمنين الرافضة لكي يوصلوا رسالة الزهراء عليه السلام ليس فقط للعرب والمسلمين بل لجميع العالم من مختلف الأديان ومختلف الطوائف. شكرا لك علي، شكر جزيل، وأعتقد أنت أول واحد من الأوائل طبعا اللي شاهدوا فيلم سيدة الجنة عليه السلام في أمريكا، هذا شرف كبير لك، صح لو لا؟ شكرا، نشكر علي من الجزيرة المحمدية. معكم علي الزبيدي من ال-Habib ولاية فلوريدا. شكرا جزيلا.
The interview is concluded by the question posed by Ali al-Zubaydi, from our reporter from the state of Florida, regarding Islam and the misconceptions about Islam, and how would the movie rectify these misconceptions and really differentiate between the true path of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the fabricated, deviated path laid after his demise by those power-hungry individuals, Abu Bakr and Umar. Sister Adonia asks in the chat once again. She writes, I think I've just missed the question, but I believe she writes. She's asking about when is the time that the film will be released in the Netherlands? 6 months or a year? I'm really excited and I want to see the movie soon. Believe me, sister, we are all excited and we want the world to listen to the lady's story, but the date and time is not yet specified, unfortunately. The only solution and the only advice that I can put forth is that we need the cinemas worldwide to apply and contact Enlightened Kingdom that people want to watch this film. So if you want to see, let's put it this way, if you want to see the Lady of Heaven film in your country, take into account that now it is only accessible in the US. If you want to see the Lady of Heaven in your country, you should, number one, work as hard as possible and join the dissemination team in spreading word on the Lady of Heaven. Go on Twitter and use the hashtag the Lady of Heaven. Post images, make contacts, and post and have activity. Make the Lady of Heaven the topic of the day. Not the day, the week, not the month, rather the era. Make the world know and be attentive to the Lady of Heaven film. Work hard and disseminate word on the movie. That's number one. Number two, call your cinemas. Call your cinemas in batches. In batches. Call a specific cinema. Tell them that we want to see the Lady of Heaven film, and I represent my community. I'm calling, and I represent my community from this type of this area, this location in this country, Netherlands be it, Belgium be it, wherever, that we want to see this film. And they, from their end, after seeing that there is a lot of pressing requests to watch the film, they would, in turn, do the required and contact us so that the film may be accessible in your country.
We have a caller.
We have a caller.
We do.
From
Zoom.
From Zoom.
I believe it's Brother Jose or Jose. Brother
Jose, yes. He is the brother who has recently converted, I believe.
Yeah. I'll just
let's see.
His microphone seems to be like I don't think he has the permissions.
I see.
If he can
Assalamu alaikum, brother Jose. Can you hear me? I'm not sure if the brother can hear us.
Yeah, I'm not I think he still needs to, if you can like unmute yourself.
I unmute myself?
Oh no. If Brother Jose can the microphone. I think he needs to accept the permissions for microphone use.
If you would do the required, inshallah, if you can message or contact him so that we know, inshallah. I'm happy to, of course, have Brother Jose. He's a recent convert to Shia Islam, who has recently expressed his story and his journey to Shia Islam. We open the show to you, dear brothers and sisters, as we are waiting for the updates from across the United States. Okay, we will proceed, inshallah. We are now awaiting the live coverage from across the states. We have, for the individuals who have just joined the live stream, we had multiple videos from our reporters across the states in Florida, in Manhattan, New York, I believe, and some other states. And we've had an interview, bihamdillah, with a person who has just watched the film.
Sorry,
and we spoke to him.
The live chat is going really fast right now, so I think you should engage with it a little bit.
I'm not sure if I can keep up with it, that's the problem.
There is a lot happening right now.
Okay, let's see. If, brothers and sisters, the live chat is, I'm now looking at it. Any questions to be posed, I'm happy to answer, inshallah.
Hi. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Jose. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Welcome, dear brother. It's my pleasure to have you on the show. I believe there's a error with the internet connection. Yeah.
Cool. Instead, I
we
think that would be more
Alhamdulillah.
We can, but if we can,
the same to me.
If we can have the brother, on the channel, that would be better, inshallah.
Yes. Inshallah.
Yeah. Well.
Can you hear me? Brother Subhan?
Hello.
I can, yes.
Yeah, can we sort out the internet issue?
It's from his side, not from our side.
Okay. Perhaps then let's have him on an audio call.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's better.
Mhm.
Okay, until we sort out the issue, the technical issues with Brother Jose, we'll have him inshallah on an audio call due to the internet connection not being very strong, unfortunately. We await your calls, brothers and sisters. We await your messages if you have and questions to be displayed in the YouTube chat. And we are continuing with this live coverage. Brother Subhan, is there any updates with our reporters?
We don't have any more. So far, I haven't gotten any more reporter updates, but we do have some photos that have been sent in.
Okay.
Of people just hanging up posters.
Okay, let's display that inshallah.
Sure. Do you wanna react to them, or do you just want me to put them on the screen?
I'll react to them inshallah. That should be better.
Okay. Just a second.
Let's see. So we have new pictures that have arrived of the Lady of Heaven posters being posted and hanged up in the streets as a form to disseminate the Lady of Heaven film and spread word on the lady, blessings be upon her. Let's see if the pictures are going to be displayed.
And sorry, still wrong.
We await inshallah.
Now. Oh.
Let's see.
I think it's... Yeah, it seems to be bugging out right now. I'm gonna... Technical difficulties are...
No worries inshallah. Until the technical difficulties is resolved, we will continue inshallah. If we can have Brother Jose on a call line through WhatsApp, it should be better inshallah than a Zoom, considering his internet.
I'll message him now.
Let's see. Let's see what happens. We are still awaiting for the updates from our reporters across the states.
We have one photo ready.
We have one photo ready. Excellent.
One photo, yeah.
Let's display it inshallah.
There we are. That's the first one of the
until it appears for me inshallah. Yeah, okay. So this photo is of one of the reporters taking a picture in the theater in his state. As you can see, the Lady of Heaven poster is amongst other films, and truly we have indulged the Lady of Heaven story amongst these films. And who would have thought that such a time would come for a buried story that was so much there's so much efforts. Many have exerted their efforts into burying the story and hiding the story. Yet despite all of those efforts, they failed, and we, bihamdillahi ta'ala, have breached through introducing the world to the Lady of Heaven and her story. I am now looking at the YouTube chat. If admins can maintain control, inshallah, and let us know, inshallah, whatever questions do you have regarding the Lady of Heaven. We're glad to answer, inshallah. We have another picture that is displayed. I believe this individual or these brothers are from Iraq. They are putting forth the Lady of Heaven post picture in the streets, bringing people aware of the Lady of Heaven movie. And we advise the people worldwide to actually carry this out. If you want to see the Lady of Heaven film in your country as fast as possible, as soon as possible, then you should definitely go ahead and take the steps of these brothers in disseminating the pictures or posting the Lady of Heaven poster on billboards, on buses, on trains, on roads, even going to house as a form of envelope to spread the Lady of Heaven message. For this is indeed our duty. We need to introduce the world to the Lady of Heaven and her story, inshallah. Let us see, what do we have here from our reporters? We are proceeding.
We have Jose calling us now.
Okay, let's get them, inshallah.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Jose. Can you hear me? Assalamu alaikum, brother Jose. Can you hear me?
Hello, wa alaikum salam.
Welcome, dear brother. You're live on the show.
Oh, alhamdulillah,
It's a pleasure
alhamdulillah,
to
brother.
speak to you once again. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm fine. Pleasure to meet you.
May Allah bless you, inshallah. The ground is yours.
Alhamdulillah. What can you repeat, please?
The ground is yours, dear brother. You may convey your message, inshallah. The world hears you.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. You know, so this movie, I would like to say that is a master class movie. Because by this movie, many Muslims on this world will know really the truth about what happened in this moment of the life of Lady Zahra alayhi salam. What people know today is that she was. You catch me?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you clearly.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Continue.
What many Muslims know today is that she was the last daughter of the Holy Prophet, the most loving, etc., etc. But really, all the dangers she faced off by these Sadiq people was very, very, very unbelievable. So that I think through this great movie, many people today, Muslim or not, Rafida or not, you will know the truth today.
Yes.
What happened really in the past.
Without a doubt. Indeed,
So
the story will be
yes, this
known.
is, yes.
And the light will be shed on it after all these years of suppression. Without a doubt, inshallah.
Inshallah.
How are you preparing? And what country are you in or residing in?
I'm from Ivory Coast, in west of Africa. Yeah.
We will try our best, inshallah. We will try our best,
inshallah,
in the months
inshallah,
to come, to make
yes,
the film accessible for you
yeah,
and for the believers worldwide, inshallah.
inshallah, inshallah. It will be a great moment to watch this movie, inshallah.
Inshallah. We're looking forward for it. And if you were to have a message to convey for the people to watch this film or learn of the story from non-Muslims, what would you say?
For non-Muslim,
yeah.
First, I will what I told people every day when I'm discussing is that if you are seeking the truth and you are making researches about religion, you will certainly become Muslim, because the way is this religion presents God, His Prophet, the Holy Quran, and all the aspects of the dog is very very clear. And when you will become Muslim, when you will study that, there is many untold.
I'm losing you there, brother. Can you bring the phone perhaps closer to you?
Sorry, brother, you can turn your camera off. You can turn your camera off. It's okay. It's an audio call.
Me?
Yeah. You could turn off the camera so that it's better audio. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that's great.
I apologize, brother Jose, for the technical issues. Inshallah, you can forgive us. Excuse us.
No problem.
Yeah, you may continue, inshallah. If you were to, say a message to non-Muslims and urge them to watch this film, what would you say?
Sorry, it appears that we lost the connection, but he's reconnecting now.
That's very unfortunate. We do apologize to brother Joe or Jose, and inshallah.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
He's with us.
Yeah, he's
excellent, alhamdulillah.
Can you hear me, brother Ali?
I hear you right now very clearly, alhamdulillah. So, going back to the question, if you were to give a message to
I'm
non-Muslims
very sorry,
and urge them to watch this film, what would you say? I believe we have lost connection.
Yeah, it seems like we just lost brother Jose.
That's very unfortunate. Inshallah, the brother can call again and voice his message, inshallah, once again. Dear brothers and sisters, we presume our live coverage to the film, and I would like to go and bring you with us and bring to you the Fadak TV coverage. If Subhan can prepare the camera,
brother Jose,
we will inshallah be going downstairs
like to come back if you'd like.
and covering the Lady of Heaven updates.
Yep.
From the Fadak TV standpoint.
Would you like to speak to brother Jose?
Yes, if he's back with us.
Yeah, I'm just calling him now.
Yes, let's have
Assalamu alaikum,
Wa alaikum
brother.
assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you hear us, dear brother?
Can you catch me now?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
You catch me now?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, of course. I hear you very clearly.
You know what I think the issue is? I think there's an issue with the delay. Is that when I speak, there's a long time until it arrives for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to let you speak as you like. So.
Okay, no problem.
Great.
No problem.
Great. So I would say, if you had a message to be posed to the non-Muslims, urging them to watch this film, what would you say?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, brother Hali.
Of course.
May Allah bless you for all your efforts in this path, inshallah.
Likewise, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. What I would like to say, or the message, is very simple. This religion, the Islamic religion, is the only one for who is trying to reach to the paradise, the real path. This religion, despite of all the efforts of the enemies, is still strong by people like Sheikh Yasser today. And may Allah give him long life again.
May Allah bless you.
So you can see with this achievement of the movie, The Lady of the Heaven, you can see that all all the reality of our pure religion was falsified purely. So today, for non-Muslim, if they want, the if they want a path, a religion without any untold story, they have to be converted to Shia first and to Rafida, of course. Because here in this method, all is clear. All is clear and all is demonstrated with proof. Imagination hasn't any place here. So may Allah bless you and great, uh, great success to
Thank you
the
very much, dear
lady
brother.
of the evil.
Thank you very much, dear brother, and it was an honor to have you. And I do apologize for
Yeah.
the technical issues initially.
No problem. No problem. You're welcome, brother.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
May
much.
Allah grant you success, inshallah.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Excuse me. We are back, brothers and sisters, in our coverage to the latest Lady of Heaven film. I would like to bring you to basically make you part of our journey and what is happening right now from the Fadak TV standpoint. The brothers downstairs are also covering the latest Lady of Heaven updates as the film is being screened from across the states. If the directors behind me can confirm that are we ready to go downstairs, inshallah, and bring the audience with us?
We are setting it up now.
We are setting it up right now.
I'm just putting some photos on the screen right now.
Excellent, that's great. If we can display the 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗜𝗙 video, if we have, or the 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗜𝗙 interview videos, if we can have that, so we can have a little break until we sort out the...
I'll let you know when it's ready.
Excellent, yeah, the 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 interviews, please.
I'll do the 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 on the movie trailer.
Excellent.
On loop.
As well as the liberation of the Shia individual also.
Yep.
But 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 be in priority, inshallah.
Sure.
Okay. So, as we wait, brothers and sisters, because the Lady of Heaven film is 2 hours, 21 minutes long. And right now it is being played and people are there in the cinemas watching it. So until those individuals finish watching the film, because we're not permitted to make the recordings from inside the movie. So we will have to wait until the the flocks of people, the audience, to come out from the theater, and our reporters from their end will be carrying out these interviews. We've had 2 interviews so far, and we await inshallah the other interviews to come promptly, inshallah. And we advise anyone who is in the US who is able to carry out these recordings, carry out these interviews, and fill us and keep us up to date with the Lady of Heaven film, then do and go no further than contacting the number below and setting up with the team, if Subhan can display the number once again, and we'll go from there, inshallah, to connect with you and for us to have the interviews handy. We've had 2 interviews so far, one with an American and the other with an individual from Saudi Arabia. Both have been very, very positive, mashallah. The American individual specifically stating that I came out of this film, after watching this film, wanting to do the right thing, and that the lady stood for what is right. And that is indeed what we are trying to teach, what we are trying to spread, that the Lady of Heaven, blessings be upon her, is the character to be inspired by and to follow, and to be taken as a role model in her stand against oppression, tyranny and injustice. Brother Hashim writes, is the movie releasing in the UK at any date? The date is not yet specified, Brother Hashim. It will be definitely on the schedule, but as of now, the Lady of Heaven film is only accessible in the US exclusively. And after the US, in a casual effect, or perhaps at once, the Lady of Heaven will be accessible in various other countries, inshallah. If you want to, continue, or if you want to make this to be sooner, make the Lady of Heaven available in your country sooner, then do what the brothers and sisters are doing now. As you can see displayed on the screen, they are utilizing various creative measures to promote the film from their countries. These are individuals in Iraq, for example. They have giant posters that they have created or printed. And you have these sisters, I believe, from Australia, and so on forth. Each and every one, expressing their support to the Lady of Heaven, blessings be upon her, and continuing to disseminate word on the lady. If you want to make the process go faster, then contact your cinemas. Contact your cinemas expressing that you represent a community that wants to watch the film, and from their end they will be contacting the brothers at Enlightened Kingdom to ensure that the Lady of Heaven film is is present and being screened in your country. Walhamdulillah. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Hamdan kathiran da'iman abada. Look at this, dear brothers. This is genuinely a remarkable achievement that the Shias have created worldwide. It is a dream come true. A dream come true, truly.
Brother, we are
yes.
We are ready to go on break and set
Excellent.
the cameras up.
That's great, inshallah.
So let me know when
brothers and sisters, we will be back with you covering the live coverage. I will be taking you downstairs for you to be acquainted and following what is happening and being up to date with what is happening around the minor land of Fadak, with their coverage to the Lady of Heaven updates. First things first. We will have a short break, inshallah. Let us display the 𝗓𝗏's interviews clip, if that's ready.
Everything's ready.
Okay, let's display the 𝗓𝗏's interviews and we will be back with you shortly, inshallah.
Max. Merci. Thank you.
I'm so happy to see the Lady of Heaven. Amazing trailer today. Thank you so much for sharing this at the Cannes Film Festival. For me, I thought it was very epic in proportion, and also it had such a great faith element. I did not know that much about this special Fatima. The story, the narrative of who she was and how she fought to help others, and seeing the images, you were telling a story with beautiful kind of like ideas, the white garments that were so beautiful, and all of those people marching, and then the scale of the movie with the amazing army that was fighting, I thought was really quite great, and the way that was orchestrated, the movement of the movie was great.
The story to me was something that I never knew that existed.
All right.
So just watching the trailer and seeing the history of what took place and the shame that these women had was very impactful to me. I'm really a supporter of women. I think that stood out to me, that a lady at that time stood up to men who were in charge. I'm just going to say, you know what, I'm a big supporter of it. I didn't know what to expect, but it's going to be a great movie.
It's nicely photographed and it's nicely executed. And you see that it's a very, very good film.
So it was the quality that stood out to you the most? The quality of the production?
Yeah, the quality of production is great.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent. And yourself, sir?
Yeah, same. I think the quality of the production is very good.
Yo, you guys gotta really check this out, man. Yo, it's epic. Epic. The soundtrack alone.
Soundtrack?
Yes.
That's what stood out to you?
Yes.
Lovely.
I know that when it drops, I'm definitely checking it out.
All
I think it's going to be a really interesting, fascinating movie, and definitely about a person and a subject a lot of people in Western Europe don't have actually any knowledge about. So I think already from this cultural and religious aspect, it's something really worthwhile to watch. So I think already from the educational aspect, that's a great movie. And I congratulate you for
Thank you. Do you have any last comments, anything you'd like to add?
Good luck. And
thank you.
Do more movies like that.
More movies like this. We will do, no worries.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
May I give an example?
To become a treasured family keepsake and leave a legacy to live forever.
Mind-blowing. I mean, just the special effects, the CGI was just incredible, and it's definitely a story that needs to be told. And it really lifted me up by my lapels. Oh boy, just some of those battle scenes were incredible, and then there were just some that were very misty and incredible.
The cinematography was brilliant.
The cinematography was brilliant,
Have you heard of the lady before, Lady Fatima?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You've heard of her before?
Yeah, and no one has told that story on I spent a lot of time in the Middle East, and so she's on the tips of a lot of tongues.
Yeah, Middle East,
there.
they're familiar with her. Outside, not so much. So we're trying to solve that with this film.
Yeah,
lovely.
Great.
Thanks for
You
your
do very,
time.
very well.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
The lady, Lady Fatima, the Lady Heaven. Have you ever heard of her prior to this event? First time you heard of her?
What I really like is that it's working with two different timelines, so it's working in two different time zones. And it has
present and history.
Present and history, and how it tries to combine that.
It is inspiring, and I think this Lady Fatima, she's a strong woman, or she was a strong woman who was inspiring people and is inspiring people today as well.
Definitely.
So this is something that really got me, and what also got me was it felt like tribes, you know, those men fighting each other, this war stuff.
You're going to think I'm making this up, but I actually had goosebumps. It's epic, and that's quite rare these days. You know, films that say they're epic, they always end up being really close and intimate. A beautiful color palette, beautiful cinematography, and the narrative, the way it's brought into the present day, based on these extraordinary historical events, things I didn't know about at all. It's an unusual one, actually, that people don't describe often, but I felt pathos. This feeling of human connection and the importance of selfless acts.
Have you ever heard of the lady prior to this event?
No, actually, I didn't know she existed. And I was asking you, is this really a historical figure? Is this a person that existed? And now I'm going to be Googling it and finding out the story. And congratulations.
I saw the promo of your film, Lady from Heaven. It's really, really good idea. I wish you all very, very best, because this kind of film is actually adventure films. So these films we all need to see.
Have you ever heard of Lady Fatima before?
Lady Fatima, not, but
do you feel her story is important for the world to know?
Yes, of course. It is a very important story for everybody to watch this film.
I think the production quality is really good. The sceneries that are shot look amazing. I think, yes, the message that Fatima is trying to convey is very relevant. And I think it's very nice that you put the story of this little boy and his mother in there.
As a story, it really appeals to me because it shows, I think there's a lot of depth and a lot of layers to the story. And I thought visually it looked like an epic, very, very beautiful, very, very lovely. You know what, I'm going to say something here, but she strikes me as a sort of character in the history. She's not a warrior woman, but she was a woman in a time that men needed softness. And I think that's what came across to me.
Well, I tell you, the story is going to go far because it's just emotional. What are you going to do? Women's suffrage, and hearing a story like that, having it presented to you beautifully and in an in-depth style that makes you feel like you're watching a real movie. You know, I like the action.
The action.
You know, I'm from Texas, and I think the crossover there is the action, because that can make both audiences watch it, keep everybody enthralled, and you know, stay there and really watch it into the depth. Okay, so yeah, of course, the action pulled me in. So we're getting the chance to see what this woman actually did. It wasn't fiction to her.
Do you feel Lady Fatima is a historical figure that the world deserves to know about?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for your time today, sir. I really
Absolutely. Appreciate it. You know, if I could say anything, go watch the movie.
Thank you, sir.
When I think about the liberation of the Shia, I think about The Lady of Heaven, a film on the life of Lady Fatima, peace be upon her. Her ups, her downs, and all that she went through. Her life with the beloved Prophet and her killing at the hands of Umar, along with her unborn child. What took the Shia so long to tell this story? After countless prophets came and went, killed, their successors betrayed, and communities led astray, the Muhammadan age began. The Prophet's family had one goal: to preserve the light of God on earth, and to ensure this light was crystallized, giving it the momentum to propel into a distant future. Perhaps into a distant future where information becomes immortal, readily available, unerasable, where the world is interconnected through an information network, able to transmit knowledge instantaneously across all corners of the earth. Perhaps into a distant future that we find ourselves in today. But in this era, the Shia have held this truth to themselves. So what answer can be given to why it took the Shia so long? An inferiority complex? A priority to appease others? A lack of self-confidence? A lack of self-identity? A lack of self-awareness? An inability to recognize that what you hold and keep to yourself is the very answer to all the world's problems. A film on the life of Lady Fatima, peace be upon her, may not have been welcomed by the Shia population, but today most value the importance of telling this story. This is what His Eminence Sheikh al-Habib has been teaching and teaches in his 2011 series, The Liberation of the Shia, where he also calls for excellence in all we do, superiority in every field and in every walk of life, honor and dignity in our religion, identity and community. But only once we do justice to the Lady of Heaven can we flourish and give rise to the nation of the Shia, who can truly represent the Lady to the world. This is what I've learnt from Sheikh al-Habib, and this is what I'd call the liberation of the Shia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, dear brothers, we are back, and we will now be gladly taking you downstairs, where we will be covering the Fadak TV standpoint of the live coverage. We have been informed that the Lady of Heaven film is currently being screened in various states, and we are waiting for the film to finish screening so that we may start to interview the brothers and sisters from various backgrounds and religions to comment on the film, as you've seen with the first interview to be aired. We will now be going downstairs, inshallah, and we will gladly make you follow with us, inshallah. If Subhan is ready, inshallah, we will be going downstairs. Bismillah. If the cameraman can follow us, inshallah. We are right now going to go downstairs and bring you with us to what is happening, what is going on. We will be following the Lady of Heaven film updates from inside the mosque in the minor land of Fadak, bringing you the scene from its heart, in the heart of the scene, as they said. Inshallah, we can bring you with us, make you a part of our journey in this campaign as we proceed gradually, inshallah.
في فيلم بالكرة الأرضية عالم ناس واخذة حلويات وتوزع من باب السينما، ما في هذا الشيء. الناس اليوم عندهم فرح، عندهم كأن حققوا إنجاز فعلا، والإنجاز غير مسبوق. صار الحضور للسينما والذهاب للسينما ليس ترف، ليس فقط مشاهدة فيلم أو حضور أو تضييع وقت
who has been with us for the past 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, and continues to work and serve al-Bayt alayhi from their end. And he's now covering his end from the Arabic team. He is in contact with various Arabic reporters, and they are doing from their end. They're making recordings, making videos, which we shared one of them with you, and they are carrying out these interviews and keeping people up to date with what is happening. And we continue, inshallah, we continue to make this coverage and await the Lady of Heaven latest updates as we proceed, inshallah. As you can see here, this is the beautiful poster of the Lady of Heaven can be seen behind me. Here, let's go here. This is the beautiful Lady of Heaven poster that was actually brought to Cannes, and there we received the award, which is given to us from Forbes magazine in the Cannes Film Festival. 𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗓𝗦𝗧, best visual effects. Think of this. This is truly a remarkable achievement for such a film from the first company, the Enlightened Kingdom, was the first film, first project, and the director's one of the director's first film that is known of, and for such a remarkable award to be given. This is truly where we are truly bringing this film to challenge other films, and we will not make this film as a film that comes regularly in other, like Christian films or religious films that you see that are they fail normally and don't have much success. But with this film, we are including it and cramming it with these giant films like James Bond and other films that are right now that are on the scene. Indeed, we will not rest until this film wins awards and is spoken of by hundreds of thousands of people from around the world, reporters, and we will not rest, inshallah, until this film is being spoken about by intellectuals, studied by academics, and spoken about by historians and taken into account, discussing the events of the film and the story and the narrative and what the lady stood for. This is indeed what we aim to achieve, and greater than that. This is the Lady of Heaven poster, a beautiful, beautiful poster done to us by a very known company and a very high-class company in the United States, I believe from LA, right? Yes, from LA. This company, we gave them the idea of the film, and they saw the film obviously, but they are those who actually made this poster. This poster was not actually from, if we can stand here, this picture here, this poster here, was not from our dictation. We did not instruct this giant company in the US, in Los Angeles, to actually form this, but they formed it themselves, and they understood the story. Just look at this poster here. Let's bring the camera close. As you can see, this is the hand of Ghadir. This is the hand of the Messenger of Allah with the ring, and this is the hand of Imam Ali alayhi salam in the events of Ghadir, where the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi said, "Whoever I am his master, then Ali is their master." So they say, and they put the lady in the middle, as you can see here. This shining scene, this beautiful scene where the lady sits in prayer, in silence. A very touching scene in the film. The lady sits there right in the middle of those two hands. And then you see at the top here this, what would you call this? This nail, exactly. This nail being pierced through the arms, being pierced through the palms of the hand of Ghadir. We actually had worries as to where do we put the nail? Is it going to how are we going to put it? Do we put it here, for example, or meaning to the lady, for example, or where do we put it? Because we want the nail to be in the poster. That's the main matter. The attack on the Lady of Heaven is to be conveyed through that film, and people need to recognize this matter. So we thought as to where do we put it? We did not instruct them whatsoever. They are those who proposed. What I'm trying to say here is that we ourselves were, wondering as to what do we do? Where do we put it? They themselves took the initiative and pierced it through the hands of Ghadir, meaning that this is the philosophy, let's say, the philosophy of the poster, that this is the hand of the messenger, and this is the hand of Imam Ali alayhi salam, and this hand is protecting the lady. And the lady, blessings be upon her, she stood to preserve this bay'ah, as stated in the hadith of Ghadir, in the hadith of the sermon of Fadak, 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗬𝗓. She says, blessings be upon her, ما ترك أبي بعد غدير خم لأحد عذرا. ما ترك أبي بعد غدير خم لأحد عذرا. As far as I recall the narration, this is where the Fatima, blessings be upon her, says that my father, blessings be upon him and his family, did not leave an excuse after the pledge of Ghadir for anyone. He excluded all excuses. He made it clear, and he made it very crystallized and illustrated that Imam Ali alayhi salam is the successor. He is the successor of the messenger, and he is the one who represents me by stating, whoever I am his master, then Ali is his master. The lady sits there in the middle in protecting this bay'ah. And she sacrificed, as you can see, the blood is dripping from that nail. She sacrificed her blood. She sacrificed her blood, and she stood despite her grievous pain and the tragedy that took place on that day to preserve this bay'ah, to preserve the bay'ah to which it's not just a bay'ah, it's not just an allegiance, rather this is Islam. This is Islam that was sought to be preserved by the lady. For indeed, those who went and took a different path than the bay'ah, than the following the Imam Ali alayhi salam and the Messenger of Allah and his command, we saw that they've taken a very dangerous and hoarded ideology, a very violent ideology, and that is a result of the usurp that took place after the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi's demise by the main prominent figures Abu Bakr and Umar. May the damnations of Allah be upon them. The lady sits there as a sacrifice to the religion, and indeed her story continues to awake people and bring people to Islam, as you can see on the converts that have been guested on the show recently. They mentioned that the story of the lady, we did not know of the attack on the Lady of Heaven and her story and what's happened to her and what she stood for. And her anger towards Abu Bakr, as reported in Bukhari, cannot but bring me to Shia Islam and recognize that indeed Abu Bakr ibn Abi Quhafa is an individual that does not represent Islam, rather he is a usurper and a violent tyrant. And the stands of the lady continues to teach and elucidate the public, Muslims and non-Muslims alike, for what she stood for. And her message is indeed universal in that regard. It is not regarded, it's not specified to Muslims or Shia Muslims. It is a universal message of justice, strength against oppression, forbearance alike, and a stand for what is right, as the American individual who had watched the film had said very clearly after we had interviewed him a few moments ago, or a few minutes ago, where we had included him, and he has stated that after watching this film I was inspired. I came out of the cinema wanting to do right. And
This is exactly the message that we're trying to teach. We're trying to teach that the lady stood for what is right, and we're trying to inspire the world by the right stand, the just stand of the lady in order to bring about justice in the world via the inspiration or via being inspired by this brave character. في دول تقتل بريطانيا أمريكا فرنسا هذول عندهم الصين هذول الفرق بينهم إن هذول يقتلون باسم الدين والأدم ذلك بس التشيع كذلك.
Footage to come through, we will continue to give this live coverage, awaiting the information on the Lady of Heaven film as we proceed, inshallah. Let us go back upstairs. Shall we go? Yeah, go ahead.
خامنئي لا يمثل الإسلام. هذا الاسم اللي ماخذته إيران الجمهورية الإسلامية الإيرانية كذب، ليست إسلامية، أو النظام هذا ليس نظام إسلامي، تقدر تسميه أي اسم آخر، ولكن هذا ليس إسلام محمد وإسلام علي وإسلام فاطمة اللي تنتهج الحكومة الإيرانية.
Just general questions. No specifics, just general questions. Nothing deep. Like a side interview. Sorry?
Yeah. It's easier to know anything.
I'll be asking you, for example, roughly, what are the hardships that you had during facing some scenes, for example? I'll ask you, for example, how did you record the scene of Ghadir? How did you enunciate it or make it come reality? Did you face any problems with the battles that occurred? General stuff like that, and then we'll tell you, for example, the actors were affected by the film, etc. Yes.
Executive producer, Lady Heaven.
Yes.
How are you doing, brother?
This is brother Muhammad Jawad. Yes. Perhaps let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside better, inshallah. This is, just in case the brothers don't know, this is brother Muhammad Jawad, a pioneer in the making of this film. Let's call. He has spent the past 5 years or some alike working on this project, spending his nights, and he was actually at the scene. He was actually there when the film was recorded in Georgia, and he was also there when it came to recording in London, instructing and overlooking the action. Brother Muhammad Jawad, we're glad to have you on the 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗏 show downstairs this time.
It's my pleasure to be part of the show.
It's my honor to have you on this occasion. Brother Muhammad Jawad, please give the audience a sense of understanding as to what are some of the difficulties that you had during the making of a scene from the film, for example.
Yeah, of course it was, generally it was a very challenging thing from the start. In terms of the pre-production, in terms of planning for what we need to do. It was all, by the way, at times slightly rushed because we wanted to make sure that we get the film going as soon as possible. Alhamdulillah, if anyone realizes, we just about made it before COVID hit, so we were in the editing stage, so Alhamdulillah wasn't affected. But yeah, during shooting particularly, especially in Georgia, there was a lot of challenges, that we faced. Don't forget, a lot of things we were doing. It's true, we had the expertise of the team, the camera team, the DOP, the director, and so forth, and they had the vision of what we wanted, for example, to do with the holy characters. But it was still a challenge because you have to go in it and you have to record and see what happens.
Of course.
I mean, for example, talking about lighting and stuff, as you saw in the trailers, we have lighting technique used to hide some of the faces of the lady or other here and there. And for example, that was something that, although it's clear, but you need to test it to see how does it work.
Exactly, yes. A practical test.
And that was one of the things we did. Before shooting started, we had 2 days of, I don't know, I forgot the name, what they call it, about 2 test shoots. We had the whole crew out, and we had several. So yeah, obviously things took longer than usual, but we had the night scene and we had the day scene that we just recorded. It wasn't eventually used in the film, but it was just the idea, and the results were beautiful. And they learned from the experience about just very basic things that I need to be prepared and stuff. So we went into the film, and alhamdulillah, there was
I mean, our film's got everything. It's got a battle, it's got a wedding, it's got a tax scene, it's got,
yes.
you know, it's, and a lot of CGI, a lot of stuff to go.
I wanted to go on the battle scene. The battle scene was one of these scenes that were intriguing to most. I've seen some reactions, you know, the reactions on YouTube, past 2,000 something right now, has literally broke the record of reactions on a trailer. I see the reaction of those when the battle comes, because the battle comes in a very, you know, beautiful way, where one doesn't kind of expect it. It's after a scene regarding the attack on the Lady of Heaven, one perhaps expects something else. But the battle suddenly emerges in this, you know, fascinating, large flocks of a battalion, basically, of an army marching towards the desert and the desert. Give us an insight as to how did you record these scenes?
I mean, obviously everyone has only seen the trailer, so it's already exciting from there, but that is nothing compared to when you see the whole battle scene.
Yeah.
There's a lot of amazing things. So, I mean, you'll see one of the reviewers, one of the critics who already reviewed the film, did mention the battle or parts of the battle as Goliath vs. a specific scene, which, as you
David
see,
and Goliath. David and Goliath.
Yeah, and he said that was like something that was kind of epic feeling to it.
Yes.
And yeah, so alhamdulillah, that was, you're right, the battle was one of the challenging things, because to cover what we wanted to cover in the battle, usually you would spend at least 2 weeks, if not more, on just the battle scene. And you have to cover a lot of ground.
For 2 weeks?
Yeah, at least.
Wow,
if not more.
I did not know that.
We didn't have time for 2 weeks. We had it, I think we even had less, because we had a lot of other scenes to cover, and the schedule was tight. We had 49, no, can't remember exactly, I think it was 9 weeks of shoot, roughly. So, and we had to extend another week as well, just because we weren't catching up, or another 4 days.
Yes.
So yeah, so we managed to squeeze the whole battle scene in the space of 9 days, if I'm not wrong.
9 days,
and we had that involved having 7 different cameras. Again, it was actually the first week that this was the second or third week that we recorded. So it was kind of something that we jumped into. At the first week, I forgot what we covered in the first week, some basic scenes in Mecca and stuff. And then we jumped right into the battle. So you can imagine, for everyone, it's a big challenge. The costume department, they had 200, 300 clothes to prepare.
Wow.
The pagan army, the Muslim army, because usually we had around 300 and they were split between them and record them in sections and stuff.
Wow.
The VFX team had to prepare for crowd replication. So, you know, crowd replication is when you replicate.
They replicate the amount of.
Yes, yeah, it looks bigger.
Enhanced, yeah.
You had the actual stunt team who had to perform several stunt performances for specific different scenes in the battle.
Yes.
Because it's a section when you go around Ali's battle with
𝗙𝗢,
then you go forward to other scenes and stuff. So
I'm sure people are very, you know, literally can't wait to see Imam Ali alayhi salam in action.
Exactly, it will be amazing, inshallah.
As the news, you know, articles or the reviews of those who have watched the film, they wrote David and Goliath. Indeed, 𝗙𝗢, they call him 𝗙𝗢 the Ram, is recorded in history. Like we said, this movie is, you know, meticulously researched. Every part of it, despite it being from the imagination of the child, we can expand, we can go wide, but we ensured to make it historically accurate to the final letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we had 2 parts where the battle was shot, actually, 2 different sections.
Okay.
And don't forget, one of the hardest stuff is the sun, for example. You need to always have the
skies, with the camera and stuff.
You always have to make sure that it's that same time frame, so that when you're shooting, the reflection stuff go well throughout the battle. And alhamdulillah, it was 9 days of heavy work and jumping through covering so much parts of the battle that we covered, alhamdulillah, over 40 hours of recordings. And everyone, when you speak to them from the team members from the film and tell them, how do we get the battle done in 9 days? They'll tell you, I don't know. They're like, it's incredible that. And the quality as well came out in.
Yeah, one of the main points that I see unanimous in the reviews, they always mention the battle.
Yeah.
You know, how it was, you know, portrayed, depicted.
Even when you compare it to, inshallah, after when you guys see it, you compare it to other battle scenes that you can easily find on YouTube. Other battle scenes.
Of course.
You'll be surprised that this is what this 100 million budget film did.
Incomparable.
You know, the speed, the action, the epicness of it. You'll be surprised. And alhamdulillah, it's barakah. So, we had a lot of challenges, but alhamdulillah, the battle came out better than everyone else.
I know your time is short, but last question, inshallah. How did you feel that the actors, the very actors, resonated with the story, and, you know, how did they feel after the film was completed?
Well, a lot of them, obviously keep in mind that some actors would come for like 2 weeks, do their parts and go. Some of them are longer. Some
of course, yeah.
But generally, they would have the script, so know the whole story, and some of them obviously was with us from post-production for audio recordings and stuff like that. So yeah, generally when we speak to them, especially when we have the gaps between production times during the shooting, the gaps between while they get prepared or as they sit down wait for their turn for their scene, and we speak and they're like, yeah, like they would just be amazed that they've never heard of the story. They're shocked that they didn't know this much about Islam, that that a woman stood up and kind of when in this world we don't feel like there's anything for women in Islam. It's always got this oppressed feeling.
Yes.
They're hijab, they can't do nothing. And well, actually Fatima Zahra, yeah, she wasn't actually in a role of like in a hukuma, in a government, but she still had that massive impact and importance. And they all kind of, I remember one crew member who actually told us that, and this was before we even start shooting. He's like, guys, I feel you have enlightened me. He goes, Sheikh al-Habib, because he saw the script, he saw the Sheikh's name. He goes, I want you guys to go tell His Eminence, Sheikh al-Habib,
get this.
Although we haven't started shooting yet,
yes,
but you have already, I don't know what your objective was, but you have already enlightened me and you have already changed my views 100 degrees about Islam.
Very beautiful.
And that was before shooting. Look how the impact it was.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and we didn't ask him like, no, he came to us and told us this. That I don't know what you've used, but I feel I've already enlightened, I've already changed.
Alhamdulillah. Can you tell us his name?
It's better not to.
Okay, later on, inshallah. We'll get that later on. We'll find that man. Inshallah. Thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. I know your time is short. Inshallah, more interviews. Thank you very much, Brother Muhammad. Thank you. May Allah bless you. Wow, mashallah, mashallah. Amazing success, amazing work, a very fast rate and pace with the making of this film, and absolutely barakat, yani, in other words, an epic battle of that degree and of that kind, and having this amount of action in that film being done within this short period of time, it is truly something that is fascinating, really. Fascinating to all degrees. We have Brother Subhan. Let's go to Brother Subhan. Let's get him there.
Oh, wow.
This is Brother Subhan. I know you come out of surprise.
Let me unmute my
microphone
so I can speak.
Your microphone.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Brother Subhan? How are you doing?
Sorry, just one.
Yes, no worries.
Oh, wow. Finally. I've waited for this moment my whole life. No, I'm kidding.
So finally, this is Brother Subhan, our director.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. How old are you?
17.
He's 17 years of age in his, youth prime, let's say, his prime youth, and has a beaming future, inshallah.
Inshallah.
We have grabbed him from his studies and told him, you wanna be here, inshallah.
Yeah, I started when I was 14, I believe.
Yes.
I was so excited, and I was waiting to get interviewed by Brother Malik. And then, yeah.
What's this, man?
Anyway, I think the first live we went through was the al-Habib. No, not the al-Habib show. It was the Wrath of the Round Table.
Right.
I loved that show so much. It was amazing.
That was surprising, that show.
That was me. There was a lot of failures in it. I mean, I was like 15, but it was very it was sick. It was awesome. Yeah, I always tell Malik, bring it back. Inshallah.
So how are you managing? You're going to be there for long hours,
Oh yeah, we have a marathon we're doing.
It's
quite Malik. Yeah.
In
2 more days.
How are you feeling right now? Are you tired? Are you?
I feel good. I feel like because I was kind of skeptical of myself. I was like, am I gonna be able to do this? There's a lot of technical work that goes behind this. Like a one-man army. There's a lot to do. And I feel good. I did it. Let's go.
Just a comment from me, really, I'll be very honest with you. What surprised
Speaking to the mic.
Not a one-man.
No, he says.
Comes through. I say that
Sorry.
I was just about to praise you, brother.
Here. Just speak through the mic because it's muted.
Really, I'm not even exaggerating. What Subhan does, mashallah, he's got this talent. And he can pick up anything very quickly.
Okay, I don't know.
Except for mics, mic stands.
This is the only mic that's unmuted.
Yes, you can just leave that for now.
Can you just hold it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
But where was I?
We'll leave you to fix the.
We'll come back, brother.
Yeah, I'll take the mic back. Sorry.
No worries.
It's fine.
No, give it to him. It's fine.
Are we gonna run an ad or?
I want to ask Subhan as well. Just your comments on the. We can deal with that later, brother.
Yo, later. Chill. No worries. Yes.
I want to ask you a question about Lady of Heaven. Sorry, I'm cutting the interview.
No,
Well,
of
just
course.
give the viewers your thoughts on the film as well, and how it's making you feel.
Well, Brother Ali, we're using your mic, so can you stand? Please?
Yeah. No, I don't. Is my mic being?
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Well, obviously I haven't watched the film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but being there from, I think it was 3 years ago. Thank you.
No worries.
Being there from 3 years ago, and like I remember you telling me like, bro, we're making a movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? No way.
Pan wanted to act in it.
Oh, I did.
Yes,
I
yes.
did so badly. Yeah. But
Next film, inshallah.
Inshallah,
So
next
Pan
film.
has acted,
I'm very. It's
gonna
gonna be fun.
Directed
Everything,
and,
dude.
fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm throwing everything at the
You're
wall.
going to be there in the second movie, inshallah. Lady of Heaven
Inshallah.
2.
I'm very,
So,
very
you know,
excited.
Which role would suit Pan, do you think?
Anything.
Right now?
I could do anything.
Are you more in villain characters or more of the what they call them, the protagonist? Or
I feel like I could play really well at both. I
Both?
swear,
Mashallah.
yeah.
We'll
It's
give
very.
it,
I'm very.
How old are you? 17.
17, yeah.
Whatever role Ali says now is the one.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
You know,
but
if we were to do the life of Imam Ali alayhi salam,
He
for
should
example,
be- yeah, go on.
we can perhaps give him the role of the son of Khalid ibn al-Walid,
What do you think? MashaAllah.
which is his name is Muhajir, son of Khalid ibn Walid. And he can take the role of arguing with his father, telling him, you waste man, what are you doing? Etc. And then as he grows up, we're gonna have to, although we have to exchange you later on. Have to replace you.
You know what? It's okay for a start. I'll take it.
Because you know we're running time spans here, we're jumping time spans.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the battle of Muhajir, where he fought his own brother in the battle of Siffin.
Wow.
Yes, of course. Khalid, people don't know, he's not respected, though his wife or his mother is respected. Wife or mother? No, mother. His mother is respected, I believe. I forgot her name. Wife or mother? Right now the name disappears from my mind. And his son, Muhajir, son of Khalid ibn Walid, actually was having debates with his father and arguing with him, telling him, what are you doing? Rectify yourself. And this could be. Yes.
I have to start from now.
Yes.
Yes.
Give us an impression, for example. How would you?
I'm being really
I'll save you from it.
Inshallah. No worries. And but then we'll have to find a different role. Inshallah.
Can I just comment on what Malik
Of course,
said earlier?
of course.
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, I've never watched the movie, but I remember speaking with you really excited, and I really wanted to see it, and putting funds towards it, and it was just such a big journey, and to know that it's real life now, it's something that's always going to be in history. Like you could watch it whenever you want, no matter who you are, where you are. Like it's finally created. It's tangible, exactly. It was an idea that you were just working towards. I remember you were always in meetings. Every single time I tried to message you, just in meeting for like a year straight. And now it's paid off. And I'm so excited to watch it. And inshallah, it's gonna blow my brain.
Wait for us. I hope that we can sit and watch it together.
A little reaction.
That will be amazing. Actually, that will be very good to have a reaction to the film as a team. All of us. Fadak TV Pass will be good as a reaction, because many of the brothers actually did not watch the film yet. We are part of the organization. We are there, but many brothers actually did not get to see the film, and so they are as intrigued as you guys are, basically, as you are intrigued to watch the film. We are basically in a state where we are very envious of those in the US alike, that for them being able to watch the film, whilst the brothers here, for example, cannot watch the film or have not yet watched the film. We are very intrigued, inshallah, to continue this coverage, following what is happening and getting contact from our reporters with the latest updates, inshallah. Let's go back to the decor or the setup, and from there we will proceed, inshallah, with the live shows and taking your questions. We are back, inshallah, on the setup, and we open the lines for the callers once again. Let us open the lines, Brother Subhan. And whoever who is intrigued to join us and convey his thoughts on the Lady of Heaven film, they may do so with let's see what we have here. We may have updates for the Lady of Heaven. We may have updates. Let's see what we can have. If the brothers, inshallah, can get contacts with our reporters, tell them what is happening here and how long has the film been premiering premiering on the cinema. Let's see, what do we have here? Yes.
Is there anything you'd like?
Yes,
for me to put
if
on
you
the
can
screen
see,
or
if you can see the the chat that we have 2 new pictures on the Lady of Heaven.
Okay.
Film and the timings that it is being screened at. Let's see what happens. As of now, we are still waiting, brothers and sisters. We are still waiting for the updates to come. It seems that 2 hours and 21 minutes has not yet been done. We are still waiting, and we will continue with this live coverage. If the brothers from their end can post the Zoom link once again in the chat, and I'm happy to guest those who are willing to join. And like, the number is displayed on the screen. Whoever who is eager to voice his expectations or their expectations, their opinions on the Lady of Heaven film, they may do so gladly, inshallah.
I'm just putting in the first photo now.
Yes,
like
no worries, inshallah.
Look.
The live coverage presumes and continues until we know exactly what is happening. So we have these pictures here taken from inside the theatre. I believe this is in, I'm not sure in exactly what state. Not sure is it not sure what state it is in. Exactly. If you can display the other picture to see the timings that the Lady of Heaven is being displayed.
On it now. Yeah, if you can, let us see what is the schedule for today. Let us see. When is the Lady of Heaven film being... Okay, so this is the schedule for a cinema, I believe in Dallas. I believe in Dallas, Texas. I'm not certain of that. Yes, it seems that this is in Dallas, Texas. Not confirmed yet. But as you can see, the Lady of Heaven is now screening, actually. Or in an hour from now. In an hour from now, the Lady of Heaven will be screening at that theatre at 7:50 p.m. There's other films, of course, that I don't know, to be honest, but the Lady of Heaven definitely is there. And as you can see, the poster besides to the timings has the Lady of Heaven picture, very beautifully made and very beautifully displayed. We will inshallah continue and see what is it that we receive. Once again, brothers and sisters, we open the show and the Zoom link is there. The phone line is being presented, and it is our honor to guest you on this show and receive your
opinions and expectations on the film. I'd like here to perhaps present a narration or two. Seems that I did not bring the right book with me. There is a beautiful narration.
We can pull it up if you want.
Narrated, no, the book is not with me, unfortunately. I have not bought it, forgotten it. There's a beautiful narration in al-Amali by Shaykh al-Mufid, where it states that on the day of judgment, the Lady of Heaven Sorry, I'm reading the news or the chat. It's Sister Zahra wrote, "I live in Dallas, and this is indeed a picture from the theatre here. MashaAllah." Sister Zahra, if you are there right now, or if you are heading there to watch the film, ensure to get to contact the number on the screen and feed us with information and latest updates. Record there and carry out the recordings in order for us to feed this show with the live coverage, because until now in the other states our reporters are yet to come back to us with the updates. They are currently awaiting the film to finish so that they may do the interviews. We have already brought forth multiple interviews, one from American and the other from an individual from Saudi Arabia. We've had multiple recordings. We're still waiting for the reporters to give us the interviews after the individuals who have watched the film finish from watching the film, in order for us to have their review of the film. So if Sister Zahra inshallah can give us and contact the number on the screen to feed us inshallah with the updates and keep us up to date with what is happening inshallah. We have a question from the awaited one. He writes, will this movie be released in the UK? Inshallah, this movie will indeed be released in the UK. However, a date has not yet been specified. That will be specified inshallah in the days to come. As of yet, the film is only and exclusively being screened in the US. I'm from Australia, Shia youth. I'm in Australia waiting for the film to come out as well. I can see, mashallah, the brothers and sisters are very eager to, especially after going downstairs and speaking with Brother Muhammad Jawad, giving us an insight as to what happened in the recordings and the battle scene specifically.
We have a caller?
Indeed, we will inshallah be not resting until the movie is accessible for people in the US and outside the US and worldwide rather. I believe the headset is not connected, so I will be going ahead and connecting it once again.
Sure.
So I can receive the caller inshallah. Who is with us?
Brother Ladin calling from Canada.
Brother Ladin.
Yes.
From Canada. Welcome, brother.
Assalamu alaikum, dear brother.
I'm not sure if I can hear him properly. Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you clearly. Welcome, Ladin.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I want to personally thank you to be on your show. And I want to thank all the Shia worldwide on the success of the film, The Lady of Heaven.
Alhamdulillah. It's a pleasure and honor to have you, dear brother.
It's a pleasure to speak with you.
Pleasure's mine.
Tell your sheikh I said hello.
Sorry?
Tell your sheikh, yes, al-Habib, I said hello.
Yes, inshallah, I will convey it, inshallah.
I have one question, if you could answer it for me.
Go ahead.
From the Shia point of view, who is more important or superior, the Imams or the Prophets?
From the Islamic point of view, the Imams are greater than Prophets. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, in the incident of Ibrahim, Prophet Abraham, that first he chose him to be a prophet, then he chose him to be a messenger, then he chose him to be a close friend, then he chose him to be, or made him an imam, as it is stated in the Quran. So imama or the imam, title of imam, is greater than the title of a prophet.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for
That's it? That's all?
Yeah, that's all I want to ask.
Are you a Shia or from which
I'm a
background?
Shia.
Oh, you're Shia. MashaAllah.
Yeah.
That's great. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you, inshallah, and accept from you.
You too, brother. Thank you.
No worries. I'll do you, brother. We continue, inshallah. I was going to mention a narration reported in al-Amali by Shaykh al-Mufid that Fatima alayhi salam comes on the Day of Judgment, and the rows of people on the Day of Judgment, as it is known, it is very congested. It is the people of, it is all people, all creation, including animals. They're all there on the Day of Judgment. Very congested day. And it is not, it's a day that is over 50,000 years long, as compared to some narrations. And in that state, or in that event, a caller shall call out from the angels, O people, bow down your gaze, for Lady Fatima, blessings be upon her, is coming, or is approaching. And the lady, blessings be upon her, is surrounded by angels as her body, as a body of that is going her, you can say, her entourage of angels. And the rows are being split from this congested crowd. And then she says things, she says a statement to the effect of, blessings be upon her, that she's going to paradise at this stage. She is the lady of heaven. She's going to paradise, and she says that I want my Shia to be with me. She says, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will not enter, as far as I remember the narration, I will not enter until my Shias are brought with me. And indeed, this lady, blessings be upon her, has sacrificed her life for her Shia, for even her dowry, blessings be upon her. Her dowry, she goes to her father, blessings be upon him and his family, as he is praying. And she goes to him and says, Father, can I request that my dowry be different than to other women? And then she says, I want my dowry to be forgiveness and intercession for my followers. The lady, blessings be upon her, really has sacrificed much, and it's time to give her sacrifice. It's time, excuse me, to give her sacrifice its right. We will indeed not rest until the lady, blessings be upon her, is known, and not just that, rather is deemed an icon, a peerless icon for humanity. Can we confirm if we have contacted the reporters, Subhan?
Yeah, we have brother Hanan right now.
Yes.
He's
Please.
one of the reporters. He's not at the cinema at the moment, but he'd just like to jump in and see a few things.
Okay, sure, no worries, inshallah. Do we have him on Zoom or?
Yeah.
On phone.
So you should be through now.
Inshallah. Brother Hanan, assalamu alaikum. Can you confirm if I am heard?
Just a moment.
If we can confirm, inshallah, that once Brother Hanan is with us.
Yeah.
Brother Hanan is a reporter, and he will be updating us and keeping us up to date with the latest Lady of Heaven updates as he makes his way to the cinema. Bismillah ar-Rahman. I'm not sure if the brother can still hear me.
Yeah, just sort it out.
Yes, no worries, inshallah.
Should be good now.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Hanan. I unfortunately can't receive any audio from the brother. Inshallah, once we rectify this technical issue, we will have Brother Hanan with us. Brother Hanan is the recent convert who has expressed his story, his fascinating story, recently on the show, and I really do impel the brothers and sisters to go and listen to his story and learn of his experience, and heed his advice of critical thought and finding yourself, your path to clarity. He will be with us in this live coverage, filling us and keeping us updated with the latest Lady of Heaven updates, and he will be at the heart of the scene, carrying out interviews with those who have watched the film and also inviting people to watch the film. We are currently awaiting if the videos or the technical issues are resolved. Can you confirm, Subhan?
Sorry?
Can you confirm? I can see the brother that he is in the room and
yeah, we could see him, but I think even though his mic is unmuted, it's still not going through. So brother, I don't know if you can hear me, but try to use a different microphone or headphones or yeah. We'll remove you and then put you back in. So
okay. No
we'll
worries,
just send
inshallah.
him the link.
No worries, inshallah. We are working, dear brothers. Forgive us with the technical difficulties, inshallah. This is our first coverage, first live show of this nature. So I hope that you excuse us, inshallah. As we proceed, inshallah, we will rectify these technical issues. We are waiting our reporter to come to us, inshallah. We are still waiting, inshallah.
We're just waiting for the brother to join back into the Zoom.
Okay, no worries, inshallah. Please express to him, perhaps write a message or a voice note telling him that.
Malik's doing
yeah,
now.
inshallah.
If anyone in the chat would like to join our Zoom, we have the link pinned at the top of the chat. So feel free to click the link and join if you'd like to be on the show.
Brother Shia Youth writes a question. He says, if Imama is higher than Nubuwah and Risala, why don't we call Nabi Ibrahim and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa Imam Ibrahim and Imam Muhammad? There is no issue to say that. One can say Imam Ibrahim and one can say Imam Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa There is no issue in that whatsoever. Rather, we have in our corpus that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa is Imamul Anbiya. He is the Imam of all prophets, of all messengers, of all successors, because there are 5. And this is something that people generally don't know. You see, there are 5. There is a successor, there is a prophet, there is a messenger, there is a messenger from Ulil Azm, a messenger with a new order, like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like Jesus, blessings be upon him, like Moses, and then there is Imam. These are the 5. Some also add 6, the 6th, which is Hujjah, a Hujjah. But in essence, if you look closely, you would find that all of those are Hujjah. All of those 5 are Hujjah. And so there are 5, and they all have different roles. The Prophet has different roles and different commands than to a messenger, and a regular messenger is different to that of a messenger of ulil azm, which is a messenger with an order by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they have some variations, like Imam. Imam is different to Prophet, Imam is different to messenger. So yes, there are differences regarding these matters. Let us see. We are still awaiting
we
Brother
got
Hanan to be with us.
A voice note. No, unfortunately he had to go, but we do have a voice note that he left behind.
Okay,
let's
like play it, inshallah.
Play.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pull it up now, just a moment. Malik, do you have any context on why he had to go or anything?
The brother's probably heading to the cinema right now.
Yeah, I believe he is.
Yes, he's heading to the cinema and he is going to carry out the recordings from there. If you can just inform him to do recordings, as in when he arrives to the cinema, and let him speak and give us updates as to what's happening in the cinema. Let him go to beside the Lady of Heaven poster and feed this live coverage with what is happening, because the other reporters are still waiting for the film to finish in their state, and until then we haven't received anything. We have the brother in Ohio, we have the brother in Manhattan who we displayed his interview with the American, and we have brothers from various states, from I believe Florida,
the video's ready.
And we'll go from there, inshallah.
Ready.
The audio is ready, you said?
Yep.
Okay, let's display
it. Let's give it a listen.
They're having technical difficulties.
I can't seem to listen. Also here.
They're having technical difficulties. I cannot connect through. I don't know, something on the side of you guys. Let me get back on the road. If not, I'm not going to be able to get to as far as the cinema situation. So let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and get to there. Maybe you can patch in my voice. What I'm saying right now. I'm excited. I'm going down there now.
Brother Hussein asks,
inshallah,
best history book besides.
I'll go ahead and give a report afterwards. I cannot
place.
Connect right now for some apparent reason. It's having auto difficulties.
There is no such
so
thing as a best history book. Research or readings of history must be holistic. One must read various sources. But there are some sources that can be depended upon, like Muruj al-Dhahab lil-Mas'udi. That is a good source.
Did you not hear the
No, I cannot.
You couldn't?
No, I cannot.
I'm gonna try something.
Yes.
But it's gonna make the screen. I'll put the thumbnail instead of it being a black screen.
Sure.
So actually,
sure.
No, I could do something.
Okay, let's have a short break. Let's have a short break, inshallah, to sort out some technical issues. We'll have a short, let's say 5-minute break, and then we'll be back with you, inshallah. If you can, Subhan, display one of the videos. Let's say Liberation of the Shia individual, for example.
Sure.
No worries, inshallah.
When I think about the liberation of the Shia, I think about The Lady of Heaven, a film on the life of Lady Fatima, peace be upon her. Her ups, her downs, and all that she went through. Her life with the beloved Prophet, and her killing at the hands of Umar, along with her unborn child. What took the Shia so long to tell this story? After countless prophets came and went, killed, their successors betrayed, and communities led astray, the Muhammadan age began. The Prophet's family had one goal: to preserve the light of God on earth, and to ensure this light was crystallized, giving it the momentum to propel into a distant future. Perhaps into a distant future where information becomes immortal, readily available, unerasable, where the world is interconnected through an information network, able to transmit knowledge instantaneously across all corners of the earth. Perhaps into a distant future that we find ourselves in today. But in this era, the Shia have held this truth to themselves. So what answer can be given to why it took the Shia so long? An inferiority complex? A priority to appease others? A lack of self-confidence? A lack of self-identity? A lack of self-awareness? An inability to recognize that what you hold and keep to yourself is the very answer to all the world's problems. A film on the life of Lady Fatima, peace be upon her, may not have been welcomed by the Shia population, but today most value the importance of telling this story. This is what His Eminence Sheikh al-Habib has been teaching and teaches in his 2011 series, The Liberation of the Shia, where he also calls for excellence in all we do, superiority in every field and in every walk of life, honor and dignity in our religion, identity and community. But only once we do justice to the Lady of Heaven can we flourish and give rise to the nation of the Shia, who can truly represent the Lady to the world. This is what I've learnt from Sheikh al-Habib, and this is what I'd call the liberation of the Shia.
The world is in shock as a group of terrorists has taken control of large areas of Syria and Iraq.
The world can be a cruel and dangerous place. Remember, even if you're afraid, be strong. Your loving mother, Fatima.
Did your mother ever tell you the story of the Lady of Heaven?
She was very special.
Daughter to the Prophet Muhammad.
My time is near. And afterwards, my lovely Fatima, you will face many trials.
With my father no longer here to lead us, evil is with those who will extinguish the light of truth.
You're gonna let a woman tell us what to do? We will burn her out!
God will judge all of you.
This world has become a breeding ground of violence. Shadow will be cast across many generations to come. It said some people are so full of faith, they give strength to everyone around them.
The greatest thing in this life and the hereafter is the spreading of peace in the world.
Lady Fatima's goodness inspired people to stand up, no matter what the cost. Her legacy lives on.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, dear brothers and sisters, we are back inshallah and we are continuing to presume. Yes? Let's see. Can you hear us, inshallah? Can the YouTube brothers and sisters confirm if I am heard? Okay. So we are continuing, inshallah, with this coverage. We have tried to sort out some of the technical issues, and we are waiting for Brother Hanan to make his way to the to his local cinema, and he will be feeding us with the updates as we presume, inshallah, as we proceed. We have Brother 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗓𝗕𝗦 with us in the chat or in Zoom. I'm not sure if the brother can hear me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Again, I apologize. It seems that I am unable to hear the brother. Assalamu alaikum. Forgive us, and our guest, Brother 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗓𝗕𝗦 can forgive us, inshallah. I can see the smile on his face, of course. MashaAllah. Inshallah, you can excuse us. Can حاول. Unfortunately, I can hear you, or I can see that you're speaking, but I don't know audio is received, unfortunately. Yes. Do you know what is causing this looping? Perhaps.
Can you try again?
No success. No success. Assalamu alaikum. No success.
Take a WhatsApp call from him.
We can, inshallah. That's not a problem. But if we were to fix or resolve the Zoom issue, that would be much better. Or at least maybe perhaps we can display his video, and he can be on the phone with us. As a form of solution that comes to mind right now, let his image or his display be on on screen, and let him speak to us through the phone. As in, the computer is on the Zoom link, and the phone is on WhatsApp. It's on a WhatsApp call.
Yeah. We can't do a WhatsApp call and a Zoom at the same time.
I see. Okay.
We'll try to fix the issue now.
Inshallah.
So,
Inshallah. Let's have another break, inshallah. Let's have another break until we resolve the issue. We are still awaiting, inshallah, for the technical issues to be resolved. And once again, we apologize from the dear viewers.
I think we should take a break. We could interview Brother Malik, and I'll be fixing the problem.
Okay, sure. Let's take a 2-minute break until we set up, inshallah, and we'll be back.
Inshallah.
The world is in shock as a group of terrorists has taken control of large areas of Syria and Iraq.
The world can be a cruel and dangerous place. Remember, even if you're afraid, be strong. Your loving mother, Fatima.
Did your mother ever tell you the story of the Lady of Heaven? She was very special. Daughter to the Prophet Muhammad.
My time is near. And afterwards, my lovely Fatima, you will face many trials.
With my father no longer here to lead us, evil is with those who will extinguish the light of truth.
You're gonna let a woman tell us what to do. We will burn her out!
God will judge all of you.
This world has become a breeding ground of violence. Shadow will be cast across many generations to come.
It said some people are so full of faith. They give strength to everyone around them.
The greatest thing in this life and the hereafter is the spreading of peace in the world.
Lady Fatima's goodness inspired people to stand up, no matter what the cost. Her legacy lives on.
Max.
Merci. Thank you.
I'm so happy to see The Lady of Heaven. Amazing trailer today. Thank you so much for sharing this at the Cannes Film Festival. For me, I thought it was very epic in proportion, and also it had such a great faith element. I did not know that much about this special Fatima. The story, the narrative of who she was and how she fought to help others, and seeing the images, you were telling a story with beautiful kind of like ideas, the white garments that were so beautiful and all of those people marching, and then the scale of the movie with the amazing army that was fighting, I thought was really quite great, and the way that was orchestrated, the movement of the movie was great.
The story to me was something that I never knew that existed.
All right.
So just watching the trailer and seeing the history of what took place and the shame that these women had was very impactful to me, because I'm really a supporter of women. I think that stood out to me, that a lady at that time stood up to men who were in charge. I'm just going to say, you know what, I'm a big supporter of it. I didn't know what to expect, but it's going to be a great movie.
It's nicely photographed and it's nicely executed. And you know, you see that it's a very, very good film.
So it was the quality that stood out to you the most? The quality of the production?
Yeah, the quality of production is great.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent. And yourself, sir?
Yeah, same. I think the quality of the production is very good.
Yo, you guys gotta really check this out, man. Yo, it's epic. Epic. The soundtrack alone.
The soundtrack?
Yes.
That's what stood out to you?
Yes.
Lovely.
I know that when it drops, I'm definitely checking it out.
I think it's going to be a really interesting...
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, we are back and we have, bihamdillahi ta'ala, resolved the technical issue. It is our pleasure to have and guest Brother Ahmed Al-Lami from Canada. He will be our guest for the show. Brother Ahmed, welcome to the show.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Welcome, dear brother.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم ومنكري فضائلهم إلى قيام يوم الدين، آمين. السلام عليكم أعزائي أحبابي جميع الأحرار في العالم، جميع إخواني الروافض في العالم، إخواني أعزائي، أخي العزيز علي الحبيب، تحية لك وتحية إلى مشاهدينا أينما كانوا. تحية حب وإخلاص، تحية حب وعطاء، تحية من القلب إلى القلب لكل إنسان رافضي قد فرح في هذه اليوم. First of all and foremost, I want to congratulate that biggest achievement in the Shia history, that we are raising the flag of the Madlumiyya of 𝗬𝗓𝗦 الزهراء by giving the only, and I'm saying the only movie saying the untold story about the Lady of Heaven, which is our Saint Fatima as al-Qadisa, Lady of Heaven, 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗍 السيدة الزهراء عليها السلام. إخواني أعزائي, my dear brother and sister, we are in this time, actually we cannot give any description for the amount of the enjoyment and the amount of the excitement and the amount of the happiness that has been reaching, you know, in our heart and touching our soul by the born of the movie that we've been waiting for correct me if I'm wrong, is more than 4 years that we had waited all this time to come true. A lot of people doubt us. A lot of people doubt, you know, this movie is gonna come alive soon. It's a lot of people, they scratch our credibility. A lot of people, they were kind of betting on the fact that this movie is never gonna come alive or never gonna see the light. But by the grace of Prophet Muhammad and by the grace of al-Habib and the dedication work of Samahat al-Sheikh al-Habib, for all his dedication work, for all his participation, for his direct involvement and supervision and guidance to make this movie to come true. Now, with all the help for all the Rafida, the crew, they are been working dedicatedly to make this project happen. And I want to thank all of you people. I want to thank all the Rafida who participate, whether, you know, they participate financially, or they participate by putting out a post, or by people been talking about this terrific movie and what is they could have an impact of our history and our journey through the life. A lot of people, they don't know what is this movie is going to do. They think it's just, a lot of people, they make it, oh, it's just, okay, Jama'at al-Sheikh al-Habib or the Rafida movement, they are just making a movie and just to say, you know, what happened to 𝗬𝗓𝗦 الزهراء عليها السلام, which is true, okay, that's our main issue. But let me kind of put some perils or some point I want to light them. That this movie, it's going to be uncover the untold story of what happened to 𝗬𝗓𝗦 الزهراء. But what is this going to have an impact in our life? What is this kind of movie and all this information that wasn't appear to the majority of the Muslim and the majority of the the world about what happened to Sayyidah Zahra alayha salam, and who is murder her at the age of 18, who is torture her, who is make her miscarriage, al-Muhassin alayhi salam, who is storm her house, that house that has been so many times and so many occasions Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, he was taken a permission to go in or to go and knock on their door, just to want to show the people that this house of Sayyidah Zahra and Imam Ali, it is a red line. It is a very, very dedicated place. It is like unauthorized for people who's unauthorized to get in. He want to make this very clear to the people, and yet we see people storming, such as Umar Abu Bakr, and the group of criminals and terrorists. They are going toward that holy house, which is Sayyidah Zahra's house. Now, when we uncover this story, this will have an impact to tell the truth about Sayyidah Zahra and what happened. And will show the fake and the misguidance of the other religions that is been coming under the umbrella of Islam. Will diminish, it will vanish, it will disappear, because the credibility of Sayyidah Zahra will appear to the people. It will come understanding that what is happened to Sayyidah Zahra by the group and some public figure and some important figure to other people's religions, such as Umar, Abu Bakr, Aisha, Uthman, Khalid ibn al-Walid, and all those kind of garbage figures that has been published as a truth companion, as a group of holy men. They are the greatest people on the greatest time, خير أمتي صحابتي ومش عارف إيش من هذا الكلام اللي always we've been hearing, and they've been always play with that word that is أصحابي كالنجوم, and my companion, they are like the stars, and all those kind of fake advocate, fake metaphor that has been giving in title for them. This will vanish that fake religion. It's been almost 1,400 years, more than 1,400 years. It's been on the chest of the Islam that is giving a barrier between the truth Islam and the people who want to know what Islam is about. They seek the truth. But because the fake media, the filthy media, the stupid and the ignorance for a lot of people who doesn't want to listen to the truth, and they don't want to dig, and they don't want to accept that kind of truth is coming, and who is the criminals and the terrorists. They've been attacking السيدة الزهراء الذي قال فيها رسول الله رضا الله من رضا فاطمة. Okay, that is, if a God will kind of accepting anybody, has to be Zahra if accepted, accept that individual. All this, it will uncover the fake face of those people. And when they are uncovered, and we show the true of those people and how much of an evil they are, and what they've been having done to the Islam, they make it as a religion of terrorists. They make it as a religion of hypocrisy. They make it the religion of double standard. They create a new religion that has to do with anything with Islam. And this movie is the one who is gonna start to clean all this filthy garbage that has been feeding other people's minds. And that's the step one toward, the truth that we are going to see. My ladies and gentlemen, my brother and sister, my friends around the world, whether that you are Rafidi, whether you are Shia, whether you are Bakri, whether you are an atheist, whoever you are, there's no excuse anymore. There's no excuse anymore after when you're gonna see this movie. Because this movie is gonna show you, the most and the foremost of what happened. So at other time, you're not gonna have any excuse to say, oh, I didn't have the opportunity to know. Especially with today's technology. Today's technology, you could know any information with a kind of couple of buttons that you click it on. Google alayhi salam. I call Google alayhi salam because now Google, it's become alayhi salam because it's been great help for us, and that's what we are going to, advocate for Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. We're gonna, use and utilize all the technology that we have in our hand, in our ability, in our source, to serve our purpose, which is we need to make the truth to come true, to become alive. And how we do that? By advocate for this movie. This movie, it is the one that is gonna make the light is coming back to the Islam. Is back to have the credibility to Islam. This is where we're gonna gain the courtesy and respect of Islam again. This where we're gonna be having respected, nation again. Why? Because we're gonna show the whole world that Islam is Islam Ahlul Bayt. If you want to know the truth of Islam, you have to know the Islam of Ahlul Bayt. You have to know all the rules and conditions and all the perils and all the the knowledge of Islam. You have to come through Ahlul Bayt. And let me tell you, and I know this for a fact, that is for the people, they see this is not the end of our project. This is a project number one. All what you just saw, that the world now is going upside down because of this movie, I will kind of give you kind of a clear message. This is a step one. What's happened next is the other project is gonna come. And a lot of people, they were doubting that this movie is coming in the wrong way. A lot of people, they were gambling on the fact this movie is not going to come true. This movie is not going to see the light. And they were hoping. But yet, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, by the grace of Allah, by the help of Ahlul Bayt, by the grace of Imam Sahib al-Zaman alayhi salam, by the help for all the dedicated Rafidis around the world, and on the top of them Samahat al-Shaykh al-Habib hafadhahullah wa ra'ah. This is not an easy project. It was a lot of obstacle. People and the guys, the people they were dedicated, they face a lot of obstacle. They face a lot of hiccup, a lot of difficulties. What you saw is not coming, because it was given to them. I saw a lot of people, as a funny, they were kind of really against this movie, and yet I see them now, they want to take the credit. They are part of this movie, or they are under their umbrella. This movie is coming true, which is make me laugh. Make me laugh because they saw the success is going to happen. And with the success, they've been reaching out. There is maqula, they said, لِلنَّصْرُ آبَاءٌ كَثِيرًا وَالْهَزِيمَةٌ يَتِيمَةٌ لَا أَبًا لَهَا. And that's what happened. When the things has happened, then we're going to see the people that everyone want to take part of this success. Everybody want to take part of success, which is fine. We don't mind it. We don't have any problem. Anybody want to take a credit for it. More advocating because the end of our goals, and that's what we gain from Sheikh Habib method, that who cares about who's taking the credit for this? as far the message is coming through. That's what we are. We don't want, we're not looking to be as superstars. We're not looking to be kind of the biggest people like on social media. We're not looking for, you know, being more famous and being a celebrity. That's not our aims. Otherwise, this would happen for the Rafida people, especially on Qanat Fadak and Samahat al-Sheikh al-Habib, if we want to go through that method to be a celebrity and to be famous and to get all the followers and just, you know, just being hypocrite or being any kind of, you know, double standard. He will have all kind of audience for him, but we don't. It's our aim is to get the message through. Our aim is to get that project to come true, and one project at a time. This project is coming true. Now it is been out in the biggest country in the world. One of the biggest country in the world is where the movies, great movies is been created in Hollywood. It is where all the people, they have democracy and the greatest superpower that ever the history knowing of. Okay, in United States. And we see the story of 𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗓𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗓𝗧 alayha salam. It is been coming to life. People started asking questions. We see in, like, you know, people, because of the amount of people, they go into that, you know, theaters, and they want to see what is this movie is all about. Who's the Sayyidah Zahra? Who is been, you know, having all this credit and doesn't deserve it, such as Umar, Abu Bakr, Aisha, and all those kind of, you know, fake and filthy companions. They've been taking all this credit and all this recognitions for nothing. People, they want to seek the truth. People, they want to know the truth. And we see a huge acceptance, a huge kiosk. It's huge people, they go in, a lot of people, they are coming and ask about that movie and they want to go see it. And we saw that they putting a lot, as we hear from everybody through social media and Qanat Fadak and all the people that have been advocate and advertise and post that they are making another movie theaters place and balls. They are having a lot other you know, time to get the movie in order to have more people to get into the movie, because the orders, the demand is way higher than the actual capacity of the whole movie theater. Whether you the one who want to accept that or not, it is the truth. It's coming to your lab. The truth, you cannot say it's not happening. You see in it. You cannot, I will tell the people that are wishing this movie they're coming, you cannot hide the sun by putting your palms against the sun. The sun is there. ما تقدر تحجب الشمس لما تحط ايدك قدامها. This, the movie is came and is already true, and we are looking forward to the people to accept, and we are opening our arms to every single individual who want to come to the Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam. Whatever resource that we have, we're going to give. We have the biggest power, which is ilm of Ahl al-Bayt. We wanted to show. We don't go against by terrorists, or we make, you know, any kind of violence. That's not our method. This is the kind of the weakest people method. This is not our method. Our method is to get the message through, and we show the people what is Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam is been doing. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I'm so excited, Brother Ali, for all this, you know, achievements.
May Allah bless you, dear brother, for your profound words. Your words have been very profound, mashallah.
You don't know what the kind of excitement, the people like around the world, I'm seeing the messages, I'm seeing the phone calls, I'm seeing, I'm getting all kind of, you know, thumbs up and everybody happy. Even people, they weren't even like, you know, kind of, you know, I see them, they are not, I don't want to be harsh, but they were kind of in the veterinary side, so to speak. but they are knowing I'm talking about. They are now, see them, they are accepting. They are coming to me and say, oh, do you know that the movie's coming on the 10th? Oh, it came already. You guys do a great job. Oh, we're looking forward to it. And I'm looking, I'm surprised. I said, wow, you, the one that before that you were coming always against me, and you tell me you are, you know, Rafida, you are Jama'at 𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗕𝗦𝗧, you making division, you are making this, you making that, and you are the Daesh of Shia, you are like, and I'm looking like today, they are excited. Honestly, Ali, you don't see they are excited. Amazing, amazing. They are excited. They think this is movie. It is the one they are wanted to present to the people who is not Muslim. Now they have a, you know, kind of a good source, a professional source. A movie has been done on highest quality ever that the movie industry is coming to. It's been done on the most professional and updated technology in the movie industry. Now they see they have a beautiful and a professional and so sophisticated movie. They can present it, and they can present it, and they take advantage of it to present Islam. Now they have not like all the other sources they've been using, all this kind of, debate they are been using here and there that is not making any sense or doesn't make any kind of a progress to their method. Now they have a good source, a good guidance, a good product to present it. I would say, because I'm in business, always I say, is that we have a greatest product ever coming in the Shia history that is going to be presented to make everybody buy the product and the truth of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
May Allah bless you, Brother Ahmed. May Allah bless you for your profound words. And I really hope that the brothers and sisters can feel the energy in your voice and feed off this energy to serve the Lady of Heaven, Fatima alayhi salam, and make sure that her voice is to be heard after a millennium of suppression and suffocation. Brother Ahmed, I thank you very much for your time. It was an honor to have you. May Allah bless you and accept from you, dear brother.
My pleasure, Ali. Ali, I will tell you something. Whatever I'm saying, it is nothing comparing what you guys have been doing. Your people, I cannot express and, thank you on behalf of all Rafida. Since, I am part of your team, yes, I am servant to all of you people. I'm the smallest servant to all of you people, and it's my honor. But I will tell you, I want to thank, because, being an anchor and being an advocate, and always, I would like to say I am the voice of, the people who want to reach to you people. If we could, I want to tell you thank you. Thank you, Samahat 𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗕𝗦𝗧. Thank you, all the people. They've been dedicated themselves, to make all this, financial contribution and, helping the people to, contribute and helping people to generate and donate for the movie. I want to thank all the people who is behind this the scene, who is maybe their name is not coming true, but as'al min Allah, I'm asking the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Ahlul Bayt, they reward you people, because what you guys done is amazing. What you guys done, it is unbelievable. Maraja. And I'm saying this, and I'm I'm so confident to say that. Maraja, abr al-tarikh, through the history. Maraja, they have all the kind of sources, all kind of financial capability, all that kind of capacity to make more than this movie. But yet, they always devote themselves for something stupid, because they think always on the individual basis. Ahlul Bayt doesn't want us to work, individuals. We need to have their voice to come true. And that's what you guys done. You guys done a great job. You guys, you people in Qanat Fadak and in the Rafida movement and al-Ahrar and the people who generate by any single help, even by dua, even by sajdat al-shukr, even by salat al-istighatha, even by, just say a word about advertising for this movie. I want to thank all of you people. And on behalf of Rafida, I'm thanking you, Ali. I'm thanking Sheikh al-Habib. I'm thanking, Abdullah al-Khallaf. I'm thanking, Faiz al-Jaburi. I'm thanking Ustad Abu Muhammad. I'm sorry that if I'm missing any names, but that's where they're coming from, because I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so, I cannot have a described word. I can say that. But we have to evaluate what we achieved. Is the movie that is never been told, is the true story that has never been told, and now it is on the biggest screens around the world, in the biggest country around the world. That's what is the greatest achievement. And I want to tell everybody, this is a step one that to advocate for a Prophet Muhammad and his household, and what kind of hardship they've been going through their life and after their life as well. And that's what we want to do.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, mashallah.
Thank you.
Wow, your words have been truly profound and very, very effective. I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes the listeners heed from your energy and continue this path in order to serve the lady, blessings be upon her, and ensure the deliverance of her voice and her sacrifice to the world. And we will not rest before the lady and her untold story be told, and for her, blessings be upon her, to become an icon for inspiration, rather a peerless icon of inspiration for humanity as a whole. It has been an honor, dear brother.
Ali, a lot of people, if I have a few minutes.
Of course, go ahead.
I just want to add something. A lot of people, whether they were from a Rafida, or they've been in the Bakri, or they've been an atheist, always there's a question. That question is why Islam is the way how it is. You see poverty, you see most of the Muslim countries, they are not in the best shape. Always there's death, always there's war, always there's problems. They always in the circle for a lot of hardship, never rest. Muslim around the world, they're always afraid, always been pointing at. Why? That's the question. That's the question that we've been all asked. That's a problem since when happened? Not today, not 100 years ago, not when the people, they are the new government and the old generation for the government happened 100 years ago. No. Muslims and the Islam is gone to the bottom of their level since people, they went and stormed Sayyidah Zahra's house. Islam has never been the same since they stormed the Sayyidah Zahra house and they killed her. By those figures, they are been published and been recognized as they are the greatest companion. But when we're looking at it, Islam has never rest afterward. Why? Because we gave our back for our Ahlul Bayt. We left the truth. We left the purity. We left the greatest oceans of knowledge and ilm of Ahlul Bayt. And then we went for somebody who doesn't know their head from their elbow. They don't know nothing. And we went for most of the majority of the Muslim people, they went for the other who doesn't know anything about Islam, who doesn't know Abba, who doesn't know how to do ghusl, who doesn't know how to do wudu, who has been acting funny on member of Rasulullah, who has been all their method and all their thought and knowledge is how to, you know, storm other countries and go to other nations by just to collect the money and having more slaves and all of that. That's what is the Islam is known about. Alf Layla wa Layla, you know, Islam al-Abbasi, Islam Bani Umayyah, Islam Umar ibn al-Khattab, Islam, all of those people. Majority of the Muslims, they've been going to that method. And since then, since we chose the wrong path, that's what's happened. When you choose the wrong path, don't blame that you end up in the wrong road and in the wrong distance. But when you are having the right blueprints, when you have the right method, when you have the right knowledge, you have the right source, you have the right guidance, you have the right people to follow, which is Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, then you know that you're gonna be in the right path. Now, when I'm just a servant, I'm sorry, I'm not anything special. But honestly, when I'm sitting with any gathering right now, because I have the true, you know, kind of the small, very small knowledge of al-Rafida method, that would not be a hypocrite. Okay, we say the truth as is. Okay, we don't have any double standard. I'm always getting respected around even the people who doesn't agree with me. People, they are always watching what they are saying and how they are, you know, putting any word if they want to kind of saying good things about any of the companion. They always say, okay, Abu Haidar, we know that you're against it, but please forgive us if we're gonna say that. I said, okay, well, say whatever, and you know what I'm gonna come, you know, what I'm gonna say, and I say it with a small knowledge and so approvement by when you saying any statement, you have to back it up with, you know, with a proof and examples. And when you say that, you're getting respected. Even you sleep at night, you know, without hypocrisy and without double standard and without, you know, living the controversial life standard. This is even, it's going to have a huge reflection on your personality, huge reflection on your lifestyle, a huge reflection on the way how you're dealing with your own family and your friends and your own lifestyle. People, you know, being with Ahlul Bayt is not only a religion only. Yes, it's the greatest thing, but it's a lifestyle, it's a train of thoughts. It's the way how you become more a professional in your religion. You become more, you know, knowledge about your religion. You will, you know, evaluate and examine any situation or any information is coming to you in the right, you know, balance or in the right method that you could see if that information would be right or wrong. You don't take any crap, sorry for my, you know, language. You don't take any kind of misguiding, any information or any stories coming as it is. No, it doesn't come that way. You always evaluate, you always criticize, you always ask, you always, you know, evaluate what kind of information you get from any other way. Why? Because you have the Rafida method, which is the way how Ahlul Bayt has been setting us up. And we are saying, you know, as'al min Allah. I'm asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and protect Shaykh al-Habib and give him more blessing and give him more knowledge and, you know, guide him and take care of him, for him and his family and his brother Ali too, so he doesn't, you know, get all jealous because we're always saying Shaykh Yasir al-Habib, so we have to say Ali too, okay? And we ask, I'm asking all of you people, you guys amazing, you guys amazing. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. I'm taking more time than what I should, but I'm so excited. I'm so happy And this is what's happened when we give our back to Ahlul Bayt. We're gonna see the Islam and our lifestyle and our financial standard stability and our future is going in the wrong way. Versus if you stay with Ahlul Bayt, you're gonna see your life is coming better. Your lifestyle will be better. We're gonna take Islam to the next level, to the level that what is deserved. Islam deserves better than this. The problem is Islam, it is a very successful case. But unfortunately, the lawyer who is playing that case, presenting that case, he's a loser lawyer. He's a loser lawyer. He's not a professional lawyer. He's not a qualified lawyer. And that's what happened. Islam been presented by Bin Laden. Islam presented by all those government figures. Islam presented by all this, the militias and all this terrorist act. Islam has never been presented as Islam Ahlul Bayt. It's never been advocates. And I was surprised, even, I realized only even to my knowledge, maybe one channel of all the Shia channels, only من قناة maybe Karbala, if correct me, or قناة Imam al-Hussein, I don't know, it was Karbala or قناة Imam al-Hussein, that the one who's advertised and they putting kind of the word out there is the movies coming up. Other than that, we have now hundreds of Arabic and other Urdu and Persian and all kind of other, and English and all kind of things. It's talking about Shia. They are under the umbrella of Shia. None of them, they were advocate and advertise and talking, anything about the Lady Fatima movie. Why? Why? Because those people, they are giving the back, their back for Ahlul Bayt. That's why they are who they are, and we are who we are. We are taking the path that we taken our responsibility to be with Ahlul Bayt. Alhamdulillah, that give us this tawfiq. It's not for everybody, I guess. It's somebody who have tawfiq min Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be in this side of the road. And the others, they lost. They lost badly. But lost badly, I don't want to take it as a negative. I hope, inshallah, they coming back to their knowledge and they back to their, kind of their conscious, self-conscious, and to, lower their ego and their ignorance and their arrogance, and come back to Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam and see where is we need help, and try, even by you do your own advertising, take a credit of the work, doesn't matter. But if you chose to go in that method, give your back to Ahlul Bayt, don't be happy like the stupid, followers of Makaram al-Shirazi in the United States, the Maghribi brothers, I forgot his name, I think his name,
Ibrahim.
I think Abu Haid, what his name?
Ibrahim.
Sorry?
Ibrahim.
Yes, brother Ibrahim in the United States, when he went to typical masjid and he was under the Makaram Shirazi followers, they kick him out and they don't let him to be in. Why? In the excuse that this movie is going to create diversion. This movie, it will make a division between Muslims, like they are really, really, really care about, unity. Shame on them. But yet, the movie came out, guys. That's why I tell them, hard luck. The movie's out. We are the winners. You're the losers. Thank you, brothers and sisters around the world. Thank you, Sheikh Ali, al-Habib, inshallah. We see you, inshallah. You are getting imam, inshallah, soon. Because we need individual like you to be part of Sheikh al-Habib's teams. And we need all the younger crowd to coming in. My son Haider, I'm so proud of him that he was taking this initiative.
Yes.
I'm asking all the brother and sister, all the younger crowd to be back. That's your time, it's your work, it is your project. Don't let it go without you take a time and participate and take initiative and go forward with it. أسأل من الله لكم التوفيق. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate and say those small words that you people, and I hope this will continue, and inshallah we can achieve more success by the grace of Allah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء نبينا محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
Thank you very much, Brother Ahmed. Jazakallah al-khair. May Allah reward you immensely, abundantly for your generous words, most of which we don't really deserve, for we are only carrying out what is an obligation upon us. As the saying goes, La shukra ala wajib. This is our duty. We see this as our obligation to bring to light what's happened to a Lady of Heaven. Blessings be upon her. And we make clear the true stance of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi and the path that he founded. And we make clear that the dangerous ideology of ISIS and where it stems from, which is the grounding of what is known as Sunni Islam between two connotations, we make clear that this is far from the teachings of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi. For take the teachings of Prophet Muhammad from his grandsons, and from there you know his true character. From there you know what he stood for. And as it will be mentioned very clearly in the film, where the Messenger of Allah enters into Medina and proclaims his illustrious sermon, where he states on the tongue of Bilal that all shall live in Medina in peace. Jewish be he, Christian be he, non-Muslim be he. This is truly the religion of peace, the religion of submission to God, and a religion of sacrifice for one's desires and one's motivations. One is devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger and the purified progeny, blessings be upon them. Dear Brother Ahmed, may Allah reward you, and I thank you very much for your abundant and generous words. And again, I ask the dear viewers to feed off the energy. This is truly the time for the Rafida to emerge. This is truly a time for us to rise in our stand with the Lady of Heaven. For what she stood for is what we stand for. And her stand continues across generations. A Rafidi is a person who stands against oppression. A Rafidi is a person who stands against injustice. A Rafidi is a person who stands against tyranny. A Rafidi is a resemblance to the character of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi and his purified progeny. I urge the brothers and sisters who are listening to me right now to take part in this era where we have risen and waved high our flag of victory against oppression, tyranny, and injustice. For we stand indeed with the Lady of Heaven, Fatima, daughter of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. Very profound words by Brother Ahmed Al-Lami, and he was very generous with us. We did not deserve all of this praise. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to elevate his status and to illuminate his face and protect his family and dictate for them a prosperous future in service to the progeny and the religion, insha'Allah ta'ala. Dear brothers and sisters, if we can have an update from the director as to what is the latest Lady of Heaven updates and what have we received in the past.
Unfortunately, we need to wrap up. The brother is still making his way to the cinema, and I'm going to ask him to make some videos for us so that we can play for tomorrow. And we need to push the Malik interview tomorrow as well.
Yes.
Which would actually give us more time, because if we did it now, they've been rushed as well. But yeah, we need to wrap up because our equipment is starting to drain, the views are going down.
No worries, inshallah. Dear brothers and sisters, this is the first day of our live coverage. And as we proceed, we will have more interviews, more videos coming in, and we will still keep you up to date with what is happening. The other reporters, the reporters that we have from across the states in the United States, from Ohio, Florida, etc., have still yet to come to us and return to us with the updates. We will be, however, covering what they will be recording tomorrow. It is because of the hour difference. There's a 6 to 9 hour difference between us, the UK, and the United States. And most people, when they watch the film, they would go for late hours, especially for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They would want to watch the film at, 9:15 p.m. or 7, 8, etc. So this is where the most action is. So our reporters will resume work, and they will be carrying out the interviews as we presented some in this show from the brother in I believe Michigan he was, or Massachusetts, I believe, or if that's how it's pronounced. The brother there, or from Manhattan, maybe. The brother who carried out the interview, which we presented. We will continue, inshallah, where we will grab these interviews tomorrow, and we will air them on the screen, as well as we will stay up to date and covering live the Lady of Heaven updates. We will also tomorrow be reading out some of the reviews. There has been some very, very positive film reviews by film critics who normally are very sharp towards films. They would rather take a sharp tone in order to have a certain level of fame and being, known for. But some at least really could not but, admire the efforts put in this film, which created a illuminous, phenomenal film that is truly unmatched in its genre, at least. And we will be concluding this show today. Tomorrow we should be back, stronger and with more updates. And it is our promise that we will keep you up to date with what is happening as we proceed into the screenings across the United States. And from here, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with the words of the individual who had we conducted an interview with, stating that after watching the film, I was inspired to do right. And after watching the film, I knew that this lady stood for what is right. For I urge the brothers and sisters to continue in spreading and disseminating the stand of the lady for what is right, in order for her to inspire the world and become an influence in the people's life, to go by rectification, rectifying and bringing about good on this planet, inshallah. Until next time on the Ali Al-Habib show, هذا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطاهرين ولعنة الله على قتلتهم وأعدائهم أجمعين.